Current events. Yeah. Every single time I think we're done talking about Bricks and Minifigs versus Reckless Ben versus Brian Mansell versus the frickin' whole internet, it seems like, just keeps coming back. It's like that. It's it's like trying to cut the head off a Hydra. There's another one. There's another one. It just keeps returning. And now we finally got a little bit better of a glimpse into. Let me take a drink real quick. Yikes. I've been parched for a while. And I drank a lot of water before I started the stream, but you know how it is. Anyway, yo, what's up, Cool Master? How's it going? So we finally got a little bit of a teaser into what Reckless Ben's Part 4 is going to be. And if you thought it was bad before, now it's systemic. Let's just watch it. Let's just watch it. This is from the Unsubscribed podcast. I actually really like these guys. I don't agree with all their opinions, obviously, but they did a killer interview with Reckless Ben and his friend that has been helping him with all this stuff. So let's see what they have to say.
The videos that are coming out.
The third
Part three,
video
yeah.
is, I made it a little bit longer. It was going to be only 20 minutes long, and I made it about 45 minutes long.
I can't wait to
just
watch
because
it.
it's like I have extra time now, you know. I'm
Yeah.
not going to like just sit around and like take a vacation. I'm going to just keep grinding, you know. So it's like, hey, double the length.
Of course.
So we made it from 20 minutes to 40 minutes.
Let's go.
Just adding extra stuff in. It's all about a big part of it's about the inventory list, because that could clear this whole thing up, right? So if
Andrew, yeah.
so.
And that's what we were talking about before when we were talking about the spreadsheet, right? The infamous spreadsheet that CoffeeZilla brought out. And it turns out that CoffeeZilla's spreadsheet may not have even been fully comprehensive. It may still be missing a giant, like $50,000 to $80,000 bag of Lego minifigures that has also mysteriously gone missing. Of course, mysterious. We have no idea where it is. The CEO of Bricks and Minifigs probably knows where it is, but maybe I'm giving them too much credit. Joshua Johnson and Brandon Best probably know. They probably know, but yeah. So anyway, what he's talking about is the inventory list of Brian Mansell, the man who sold a roughly $100,000 to $200,000 Lego collection to a Bricks and Minifigs location in Salem, Oregon, and when he went back to pick them up after the store had changed hands and corporate had taken it over from the former franchise owners, they said they're not here. We don't have them. Yet a U-Haul was packed full of Star Wars Legos just the night before. Of course, when confronted about this, Bricks and Minifigs did the right thing, and they said, oh man, it must have been a clerical error. Yeah, hey, you know what? We'll give you the money or we'll track down all the sets. No, that's not what they did. They, in fact, said, we don't know what you're talking about. And in the same conversation, they said, oh yeah, our lawyers are looking into it. Wait, no. We don't know who he is. Wait, no, it's actually the former franchise owner's fault. Oh no, actually, I don't know whose fault it is, but actually it's your fault. It's your fault, Reckless Ben. You stole the Legos. We know you weren't involved until like a year and a half after the Legos were gone, but we think you took them. Anyway, so they're suing Reckless Ben and Brian Mansell for going on the internet and sharing that Bricks and Minifigs essentially stole this man's Lego collection, which I mean, I am open to new evidence, and this case keeps getting crazier, but frankly, I don't know how I could believe anything other than what that statement says. Bricks and Minifigs stole the Legos. I have looked at most of the evidence, if not all of it, and I don't see another, I don't see another option. Ammon McNeff, the CEO of Bricks and Minifigs, keeps telling news outlets that we don't know the whole story. They came out with a blog post saying everything that they're going to do with their new franchisees going forward, which we talked about last week. But okay, so how are you going to fix this situation? Nobody cares about, no one cares about your next 10 franchisees. Frankly, you shouldn't have a business anymore. If you are this dishonest and disgusting and just a freaking propped up snake in a man's body, you shouldn't have a business. At least not one that actually deals with the public and does things like resale and consignment. Oh, sorry. They don't actually do consignment. That's my bad. But anyway, we are now to the point where Reckless Ben is going to release the 4th part of his documentary series. And he's sharing here on the Unsubscribed podcast that a lot of it, some of it at least, is going to be about the spreadsheet that covers Brian Mansell's Legos. So that was a super quick synopsis of everything. They're still in court. I actually heard today, now I don't think this is official, so just take it with a grain of salt. I did hear today that at least one of the cases against Reckless Ben, of which he has 11, yeah, 11 cases. He has 11, I don't know if they're all lawsuits actually, but he has 11 cases against him. And at least one of them is potentially going back to the Utah court after going to federal court. Now, federal court would have been much better for Reckless Ben because, they don't have home field advantage. There's no bias. It's just present the evidence. Here it is. The Utah State Court, unfortunately, is the court that started messing with stuff. And so I'm not going to say anything about it. I'm not going to say that I know anything. I'm just some idiot on the internet. The reality is, though, something was going on, and maybe it's an issue with Ben's legal representation, whatever. I don't know. But we are now to the point where if it does go back to the Utah State Court, I think they have enough eyes on them where they'll be as above board as possible, or as should be, maybe. But I don't know. I don't know how that's going to go for him. Could be bad. But here's our preview for part 4. Let's keep watching.
Bricks and Minifigs is saying Crystal stole the Legos. And we can
Who is Crystal?
The previous owner. So when Bricks and Minifigs took over the store, Crystal was the one who had the Legos. So they said Crystal knew we were coming and stole all the Legos before we had a chance to take over the store. So we didn't actually take over any Legos. And we can prove this with our inventory list because we took an inventory when we showed up. And so I'm like, okay, can you send us the inventory? They're like, yeah, for sure. And we're like, okay. And they're like, we'll send it to you. And then, I guess that's what Brian said originally. And they're like, okay. And they're like, it's been 16 days now. Can we have the inventory? And they're like, oh, yeah, we'll get it to you. And he's like, okay. A couple months go by, can we have the inventory, And then they have lawyers come by and they're like, actually, we declare this matter closed. We're not going to send you anything. And so then I go in there. I'm like, hey, can we have the inventory? And Ammon McNeff, the CEO, is like, yeah, we can give you guys the inventory. I'm like, oh, sweet. He's like, we already gave Brian the inventory. I'm like, actually, you didn't give Brian the inventory, but if you give it to him, he'll stop. That's all he wants. If you give us the inventory, we'll stop all this. We'll stop bugging you guys, And he's like, okay.
And again, how easy could this have been? Send us the inventory list, but we can't, right? We can't send you anything that's potentially incriminating on us. And if we send you an inventory list that says that everything was there after Crystal left, If that inventory says that all of the Legos were there, not Legos, Lego is the plural of Lego. I'm sorry. I keep getting comments every day of like, stop saying Legos. It's not Legos, it's Lego. Well, Lego of being a jerk. How about that? Anyway, if they give them the inventory list, which would then prove that all the Lego sets were still there after Crystal left, and it's literally impossible that she could have taken them, they're not just going to admit guilt and hand it to you on a silver platter like you're at a freaking steakhouse. They're going to, they're going to try to hide it, which is what they did. And I mean, you can hide things a lot of ways. I personally wouldn't have chosen the avenue that they went down, but whatever,
And he just is basically stalling for like, that's like kind of half the video is just like us trying, like going to like extreme lengths to get this inventory.
Did you get the inventory eventually?
So he told me he would send it to me, and he said, look out for your email. We will give it to you. And what he said is, if you ask for this inventory list one more time, we will report this to the criminal authorities and the police will take care of it after this.
And just to be clear, Ben is not actually talking about what will be in part 4 yet. If you watched my last long form video, it was about 45 minutes long, talking about the situation, some outside details, but also watching Reckless Ben's part 3, all of this was contained inside of part 3 about the inventory list and the spreadsheets and all that kind of stuff. This was from that. And so he will get to revealing about part 4, some teaser details, and holy crap, hold on tight.
And he said, this will be our final message. We will not talk about this any further. So they claim that they can clear all this up if they give us the inventory. So now we're not even asking for the Legos. We're just asking for this inventory list.
Funny thing on this too.
We're like making.
Here's my question regarding that.
Wait, really funny thing on this.
Do you have the original consignment from?
Yes.
So funny thing on this. So Eamon obviously knows about all this, and they sent that email saying like, nope, this is the last message we're gonna send. Like, this is like you're not gonna get it, basically, right? Yeah. And so Eamon also has went on multiple different
and then he goes on Fox News.
Fox News, yeah. He'll like talk on like podcasts. He'll live stream. And he's like, we're trying to make Brian right. We want to make right by him. We're trying to work with him.
We're trying to give him this inventory. He just doesn't want the inventory list.
And also, we're trying to.
He doesn't want his own inventory list. What? What? It's the only thing he was asking for. And then you're going to go on Fox News and CNN and whatever and be like, oh yeah, no, he didn't want it. We tried to give the Legos back. We tried to give him offers. We tried to be the good guys. And Brian is so evil that he didn't want anything we were willing to give him. What the frick? Anyway, continue.
Back the Lego sets, but he doesn't want to accept them. Well, and then also, wait, and one last thing on this. He's saying all this, yet they're turning around and suing him for $1.3 million. Like, what? That doesn't make any sense.
And we've said it before. It's this dude goes on live streams, dude, the simple fact he went on CoffeeZilla, which I want to know that reaction of like, holy shit, CoffeeZilla just did a video on us. But him getting caught in lie during it's like, there's no U-Haul. Well, that U-Haul.
Oh, that's a different U-Haul.
Yeah.
Than the one.
And I'm not going to lie. Those are moments on YouTube and on the internet where I wish I was there. I wish I was sitting next to Coffee when he showed Ammon the spreadsheet, showed who made it, showed that he absolutely had it in his possession the entire time, shows him all this stuff of like, dude, I'm really trying to give you the benefit of the doubt, but I have the evidence to show you just lied 1 sentence ago. All I know is the look on Ammon's face, which we've seen in the video, but seriously, sitting there in person watching it, that had to be a moment. That had to be a good moment, dude.
I thought wasn't there.
And it's happened every time is I'm lied, I'm caught in lie, I say something else in order to.
Also, FYI, these guys are not like censored or anything like that. I usually try to keep like language and stuff on this channel down to a minimum because I know that I have some people from Ninja Kids, I have some people from other places, but there is some adult language in this video, so trigger warning. I don't know.
Change it allegedly just in case. But yeah, like that's the inventory list or any of this stuff. So you have half the video dealing with that.
The other half is kind of about, we try to always reverse card what their strategy is to us. So their strategy is, I walk in there, sorry, and so I walk in, say, hey, you guys want to do the easy way or the hard way? And basically Ammon calls the police and he's like, hey, Ben said if I don't give him the Legos back right now, he's going to burn down the whole building and shoot everyone inside. And I have him on video saying that to the police officers. They gave that to us in Discovery for the body cam.
Holy shit. Wait, so you have...
I have video of him lying to the police about false threats that I made.
What is... Okay, that's a good question. So, my boy, what is that? Just for that quick segment, what they have is lying to the police on camera.
Yeah. So at that point, what you have is false report.
Yeah.
I think in most jurisdictions it's going to be a misdemeanor, but
What if it's as an extent to that?
Yeah.
Bombing, killing, like that's crazy.
I don't know at what point it transcends into the felony realm, but at that point you at the very least you have false report to a police or a law enforcement agency, and if they have no ground to stand on, if they're not providing evidence.
I'll get to there. So at this point, we say, well, let's reverse them. If their strategy is to get us arrested before our documentary comes out, let's get them arrested before they get us arrested, you know?
Yeah.
So like, let's get them arrested before they do the thing against us, you know? So I call the police, and I go to the police station, actually. I make a formal report, and I say, Ammon McNeff made a false police report about me. He said I was going to make all these threats. He was saying the Legos were never even in the store. He's obstructing, which we learned in the previous week, that the American Fork police take obstruction very seriously. Like they arrested Sheldon just for locking his phone for obstruction.
That which was crazy.
And that was an insane moment as well. Reckless Ben's friend Sheldon, who was helping him produce some of the video here in Utah, he was actually detained by the police for what they said was obstruction of evidence for locking his phone. They said that he was trying to delete what was on his phone by pressing the side button to lock it. Not even like the side and then like the volume button to turn it off. Just locking it. Just locking the screen.
Because
literally,
that phone is his property, and at that point had not been seized. It belongs to him. It is within his right.
But
as far as I'm tracking,
that's
to lock
how
it.
seriously the police take obstruction in Utah.
Yeah.
So,
dude,
so
Utah is freaking wild.
So we were
man.
like, dude, if we were
Yeah.
the police the biggest obstruction case they've ever seen, you know, they're going to go bananas over this obstruction case. We submit all the evidence that Ammon is committing a crime, which should be pretty black and white. He committed a crime, and then in his evidence to me, I committed, like said I was gonna like extort them, like give the Legos back, I'm gonna burn down the building. And the police officer on the phone tells Ammon, she's like, I don't really think there's any credibility to your case, but I do kind of like want to help you guys out, so maybe we can like come up with some other crimes.
And that's a thing that no one is talking about that I am just shocked by, okay? This female police officer or detective or whatever she is who was talking to Ammon McNeff on the phone is on her body cam making fun of Reckless Ben, making fun of the evidence, the actual evidence, saying that she is willing to bring any charge against Ben that she possibly can just to help the Bricks and Minifigs CEO and CO. She'll do anything. She'll do whatever. Oh yeah, can we pin stuff on this loser? Like very slightly paraphrased quote. She called him a loser. She's like, oh, does he make money off of this garbage? Like, I get it, right? The police are called. They try to get their man no matter what. I get it. But at the same time, all that does is point toward bias. All that does is point toward, oh, look at this idiot from California. Oh, he's a YouTuber. His evidence must not be real. Oh, because Ben submitted his evidence very clearly. It was there. It was literally at the police station when these calls were being made. Like, Ben had his evidence there when they were figuring out what to charge him with. So it was just straight up ignored through bias. She needs to be fired. I'm sorry. She needs to be fired.
Like maybe commercial obstruction or something. Like, did you have to ask him
commercial obstruction?
Yeah, she's like, but for commercial obstruction, she's like, I found commercial obstruction can maybe like be something we could get him with. So like, but like we have to prove, like, did you ask him more than once to leave? And he's like, oh yeah, like we had to ask him all the time. And so in Ammon's police report, I got discovery. He has zero evidence to have any of his claims. There's like 2 witness testimonies from other employees, which according to any scientist, a witness testimony is not evidence.
Yeah.
So he has zero evidence in his case against me, and I submitted like tons of footage, like video evidence that was not manipulated. You can see there's no edits in it. And so I'm like, okay, if the police have to take on one case or the other, they're going to take on my case, right? I have the evidence, he doesn't. That's common sense.
Now, the only caveat to this, and one of the major reasons that I believe, now I'm not trying to give the police the benefit of the doubt. There's clearly something going on here that's a little more than just, oh, we messed up. We're silly guys. When you look at the leaked body cam footage of them talking to Joshua Johnson, which Ben's talking about the Provo police, Joshua Johnson brought in the American Fork police. They are 2 different departments, but they have reacted similarly. Yeah, so I don't know, man. I said this before. Maybe he could have submitted all of that evidence and said, oh, this is obstruction, this is whatever. The only issue is, when I read the definition of obstruction in the last video, I don't think Reckless Ben would be considered an official source, which is in the definition of obstruction. You have to lie to an actual official source. Now, to me, that reads like a detective, an agent of some kind, a police officer, a traffic officer, like some of these things that like are actually official. YouTube documentarian is probably not official enough of a title to like make that actually obstruction. Because I think the reality is, if the police saw all the evidence and it was a slam dunk, unless they're being paid, unless they're in their pocket for some reason, why wouldn't you go for the slam dunk? You would, right? But could we interpret obstruction? And really, I think the obstruction would only come if the police looked at Ben's evidence and then said, okay, we have probable cause to do an investigation, which I don't know that Ammon would even answer questions if they asked him. But if he then lied to the police, then that would be obstruction. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on it. Once again, dumb guy on the internet, doesn't know anything about law. I just read a definition one time. And it was the definition of cat.
3 months later, I find out the police have actually not taken my case. They dropped my case for whatever reason.
3
months.
They
have pursued
3 months
Wait,
against
Wait a second. They dropped your case?
I've been calling them every week for the last like month, and they just don't answer. And I'm like, hey, how's the case going? And they're like, I leave a voicemail. I'm like, hello.
Was
like,
was
I leave a
there
voicemail every
any
single week.
update or resolution
Nope.
to your case?
I leave a
Maybe
voicemail every single week. Hello, I'm
Maybe they're
calling
on
for my
lunch break.
case. If
That's
you can
the wrong
please-
answer.
If you can give me a call back, I'd love to know how my case is going. And they just ghost me.
Oh no.
Maybe
I
they're
have
on-
evidence, and they don't have evidence from. It's like, why did they take the case with no evidence?
They could be on a
like,
date.
why would the police be doing that? I don't know.
That's
It could be on
oh
a
my
date.
gosh. All right.
So for like that
Like it seems like
standpoint
if
on
it seems like if you have to choose one case or the other, I would. If I was a police officer, I would choose the case with the evidence, right?
No, so no matter what, if I close a case, I have to notify the
Oh, I should also say, this guy, I don't remember his name. I apologize. This guy is law enforcement. So he is qualified to speak into this, right?
complainant
Well, maybe it's still
in
going on. I
person,
don't know, but they're just not communicating
via
with me.
phone
Yeah.
or via like mail, not email. It has to. It's got to be confirmed. I close your case because of
So
this.
maybe it's open. It's probably open still then, but they're not talking.
Yeah, but
with
if
me.
they're not taking action
yeah.
and you're a complainant, that's a problem. That's absolutely a problem. Oh my gosh, dude! I hope I don't get fired for talking about this stuff. I really like this is insane to me. It is insane.
I don't believe it either. It's insane, but I guess I get to make videos on it and show it to the world. But
Yeah.
Well, not
yeah.
now, but later.
Yeah, yeah. They silenced me, so that sucks.
July
but
1. Is it? It's July 1, right?
We don't know.
maybe.
No, it's
Whatever,
more
they
than likely
said
going to be
within a week. We will know when
what the
date
new
is.
court date is.
But they
Well, I'm
said-
glad
they
today
said-
is August 1st.
They said there might be ways to expedite it and get it sooner rather than you know what I mean.
Video 4, like in
So
I'm extrapolating this from what they just said, but I think that they probably pre-recorded this podcast and then didn't release it until Ben had all of his restrictions lifted and was able to post videos again because they didn't want to get in trouble. And obviously he released some that would have been spoilers for part 3, and I hate when people do that. That's why when you come to this channel, I will absolutely make a bunch of shorts and some long forms and talk about this situation as well as other situations. But what I'm not going to do, and you know, maybe people will unsubscribe for this. I don't know. I feel like a sense of internet honor kind of thing. I feel like I am not going to subscribe to his Patreon and then report on his videos. I'll subscribe to his Patreon, but I'm not going to then report on the videos that are exclusive because that's not my story to tell. There have been other channels that are doing that. I'm not going to condemn them or anything because they're, you know, seem like cool people, very nice. But I don't believe in that. So anyone who has come to this channel and is like, oh, the news is a little bit slower and stuff, it's because I will release my reaction to part 4 when Ben's part 4 comes out. I'm not going to, you know, go on the Patreon and then report on part 4 because I think you are a huge jerk if you do that. So anyway, let's keep going.
that one we're still kind of working on.
Or what
Basically,
direction is going? Because
the direction is going, yeah, still much to be filmed. I would say right now we're just interviewing other franchise owners that oh, sorry. Okay, so right now for episode 4, we're just interviewing other franchise owners that have had their franchises stolen by Bricks and Minifigs. And the more people I talk to, the more it seems like Bricks and Minifigs hired Josh and Brandon in their specific roles. It costs
if you
about-
want to know, that is how close one is.
Oh,
just so you guys
nice.
know.
It's literally up the street. When we went to brunch this morning, I was like,
Well, here's the thing.
I
so-
recognize that sign. That's Bricks and Minifigs.
We steal from old people.
so what-
oh wait,
Nice.
that's a different story.
So when a
Different company.
Different company.
So when a franchise makes a franchise, they have to upfront about $200,000, and it's their own company. It's not corporate's business; it's their business, and they just get to they pay corporate a little 6% fee in order to use their brand because this brand is a recognized brand. This is a trustworthy brand. I am paying
McDonald's.
them to be trustworthy. Yeah, to have a trustworthy brand associated with my store, but it's still their store that they built with a lot of times their life savings.
And it's not only that, when you become a franchisee of a larger corporate entity, you also get certain perks. Like you will have things like legal representation and different insurance options and different operating cost options, different options for labor pool. Maybe there's, there are all kinds of different programs that you're able to opt into when your business is a franchise, as opposed to just um, I don't know, if you made a company that bought and sold Legos and you called it Minifigs and Bricks, right? Of course, we know now that Ammon McNeff would absolutely sue you into the ground, but you could do that. You just have to do everything yourself. Being a franchise owner in a corporation, whether it's Subway or Chick-fil-A or whatever, brings certain perks and a certain infrastructure to it. And that's why people do it, right? That's why it's Subway and a few others, not just a million mom and pop sub shops, because Subway is a major company and has a lot of different infrastructure pieces that are able to help people when they're first starting their business. So that's kind of the reason people become franchisee. It's super simple, right? Super watered down version of why they do it, but that's why you would, if you're asking, why would you ever get into bed with these people? Also, I bet that bed smells like beef and cheddar. Anyway, let's keep going.
So what corporate does is they write in the franchise agreement, if you break any of these rules, we can take your thing. And
That's what's
it's kind of like you know how like police officers will say, "Show me the person, I'll tell you the crime." You know, so it's basically the same thing.
I've never said that.
But it's a common saying. You know,
Sounds like profile.
maybe you don't say it, but some people say
Cultural
that.
patterns is what we call it. We don't profile.
But the corporation will say the same thing. So they say, "Show me the franchise, I'll show you the crime." You know, and they go and be like, "Oh, you were rude to this customer at one time. Okay, we can take over your store." You know, and they'll take the whole $200,000 store and steal, and then they'll say, "Hey."
How many times has this happened?
And then they
so far?
stand there with their arms crossed many times. And they say, Josh and Brandon, it's always Josh and Brandon that come down. They say, "Hey, we're taking your store. If you want it back, you can sue us, but it's going to cost you way more than what your store is worth."
Always a dude named
And-
Brandon.
I don't
And,
trust Brandon.
and,
No, it's
and,
the same-
and these so
same guy, I
basically,
guess.
and a lot of these franchise owners are telling me, they're like, "I wanted to sue them, but I spent my life savings on that store. I couldn't afford a lawyer, and now they have my life savings. They can afford the best lawyers ever." So they steal their stuff, use their stuff to pay lawyers to steal their stuff, and then this person they steal from can't fight them back because they already sold their life savings.
So
Lawsuits are
essentially, it's the same thing that's happening with Crystal, but with many other franchise owners.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now what has from
So it's basically a scheme to just steal money.
yeah, well, it's still a business. What have you seen?
I know they're just kind of casually talking on this podcast, and it's like, oh yeah, they're just chatting, having fun. I don't know if you caught what they just said, but essentially, this situation that you are currently seeing, where Bricks and Minifigs took over a location, essentially stole all of their inventory from people that could not afford to legally fight them. So now they have their own business stolen, just ripped out of their hands by Bricks and Minifigs corporate. So now Bricks and Minifigs has a location that they didn't have to put up the initial cost for. They didn't have to build the small business infrastructure for it. They just come in and say, "Oh, you did this, this, and this on these days, so we're going to take over your business, and now we own it. We're going to take your life savings. We're going to take your storefront. We're going to take your inventory. You think it's a coincidence? How much does it cost to get in as a franchisee? What's the number Ben said? Was it 200,000? How much was Brian Mansell's Lego collection? It's hotly debated, but it's definitely between 100 and 200,000. I'm sorry. Does anyone think that that number is a coincidence? Now okay. This is straight up. Okay. Hang on. I gotta go full screen for this because you guys have to understand. I'm going to put on my tinfoil hat for a second, but people seem to like when I do this. So here we go. Here's what I think really happened. I don't think any of this is what really happened with Brian's Legos. Here's what I think happened. I think that Crystal Law, the former owner of the Bricks and Minifigs Salem, Oregon store where this all went down, I think that she didn't fully pay her franchise fee, which would have been like $200,000. Now, having not paid that, Bricks and Minifigs was looking for any excuse at all to take her business and her inventory. Now, it just so happened that Crystal took in a massive consignment deal, which I believe, this is all speculation, okay? This is just me. This is me trying to rationalize all of the lying and secrecy, which I probably shouldn't try to do, but I'm going to do it. I think that Crystal's hope was that this consignment deal for the 200,000, 150,000, whatever, would then pay for what she owed from her franchise fee. The problem is she didn't know how ruthless Bricks and Minifigs is and didn't know that even if they tell you you have enough time to pay it, they're going to come in and take it over anyway, which is where the surprise came in. Now, maybe the McNeff brothers were just looking to get their franchise fee back, right? Maybe that's what they were doing. But in that, like, accidental mishap, whatever, call it whatever you want. I'm not going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say it was an accident because it seems like it was intentional, right? It is possible that they didn't fully understand what Crystal was trying to do, even though she clearly describes it to them in that Ring camera footage that we've seen it 100 times, right? Of Brandon Best coming in. He's got the U-Haul out there and he tells her, "We're taking over your store. Get out. I don't care what the excuses are. You're done. Bye-bye." Right? I think she was hoping to use the sales from Brian Mansell's Lego collection to pay off corporate so that they could get out from a corrupt system. The problem was maybe Brian Mansell's Legos didn't sell as fast as she thought. Maybe the collection wasn't as valuable as she initially appraised it to be. Maybe she had no knowledge of when corporate was going to come in and screw them. Maybe she didn't know. And if any of those scenarios are the case, what we have here is someone trying to make deals for their small business, trying to keep it alive because they know that these people that are on freaking Davy Jones' ship over here, Bricks and Minifigs, these dirty pirates, they're gonna plunder you, dude. That sounded gross. I shouldn't have said it that way. But they're gonna take all your stuff, right? And so I kind of think that's what happened. It makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. But anyway, let's continue. I'm really just I can't believe, right? Because that explains Crystal's situation, which would then explain Brian Mansell's And maybe the explanation is dumber than that, right? Maybe the explanation is, no, they just stole them. They just did it. And they don't care. They just lied to everybody, said they didn't. Maybe it is a simple explanation. Sometimes, a lot of times actually, the simplest explanation is the right one. But to hear that corporate does this religiously, and yes, I use that word on purpose. We are in Utah. If corporate does this religiously and takes people's franchises just to continue to expand their business, where's the Better Business Bureau at, dude? Where is anyone that reports on this stuff? Bricks and Minifigs is actually pretty small compared to other corporations, right? I bet nobody's looking into them. Until this. Now you're literally on fire. Like Ammon McNeff, the CEO of Bricks and Minifigs, has been doing a fire stunt, which is basically where someone lights you on fire and you have like a bunch of anti-flame jelly. He's been doing a fire stunt for the last like 2 months. And I'm going to tell you, he's getting burned pretty bad. Deserved. I don't feel bad. But the fact that this is a systemic, like seemingly a strategy that corporate uses to continue to expand their business. Okay. Wow. All right, let's finish this out. And then there's another video after this where they ask Reckless Ben if he's going to sue the police department. Really interested in that answer.
Or what is some of these that shocked you where you're like, holy shit, they took your company because you gave an example. You were rude to a customer, but what ones have you seen where you're like,
so
what the
one,
fuck?
there was, he was in Florida. He had a hurricane that came through. And he was like, shoot, like a lot of businesses are going out of store. Like or a lot of stores are going out of business. And he's like, I'm going to need to get an investor, you know, because otherwise I'm going to have to close down.
Mm-hmm.
However, getting an investor goes against the franchise agreement. They took his whole store. And also he got permission to get an investor too, which is so he asked corporate if he's allowed to get an investor. They said, yep. And so he played by the rules, but he broke the franchise agreement, even though
and technically corporate was, do you see this? These people have more slime than a freaking Nickelodeon Kids Choice Awards. Dude. Yeah, absolutely. It's literally like my 4-year-old saying, "Can I cross the street?" And I know that a truck is coming and I say, "Well, you can cross the street." And then he's like, "Okay, thanks." Boom. That's obviously morbid, but that's literally what they're doing. They're like, "Sure, you can hire an investor. We're going to take your store once you do it. But you can do it. In fact, we think that would be great." Oh! Anyway, I mean, with that kind of mustache, how does he not laugh like that? He has to laugh like a marionette, dude. There's no way. There's no way he doesn't.
permission, and we get to take your whole store now. And that was
once you break that agreement, the gloves come off, man.
It's why I don't want people to just sign stuff, because you're like, oh, they have my back, without realizing, oh shit, because Bricks and Minifigs goes in there like, oh, hey, we got your back. Hey, yeah, sign this. Hey, yeah, dude, you can get an investor, and immediately.
Yeah.
It's ours.
The way I would like to end episode 4, we haven't started on this yet, but I mean, I guess we're working on it. I want to get all the franchise owners that are pissed off at corporate and set them up with lawyers to do a class action against corporate for destroying their brand, because they're paying 6% to have a trustworthy brand associated with their company, right? So they're paying money to get like this good brand recognition, when right now, because of corporate's actions, they're paying money to have a brand that makes them look worse, you know? Like
that's exactly right. And that's what we were talking about last week, is they're paying this 6% to use the Bricks and Minifigs name and whatever. that's not just lost revenue and advertising, whatever. That's now, if their store, because of the scandal, has lost 25% of their revenue share from this time, that's not 25%. That's 31%. If it's 35%, that's 41%, because that 6% that they're paying to corporate, that I'm sure is just shaved off the top, probably pre-tax. It's like, okay. So these franchise owners are losing a ton of money right now. So class action could be good, man. Could be good. Tell me what you think in the comments. Let me know.
Better off just having like, oh, the Lego store, you know? But because, so they're paying money to have a brand that makes their store worse. So that's all corporate's fault. So I think the franchises should be entitled to the money that corporate's hurting them.
True.
And so a lot of people are like, it's even weird. Like a lot of people are coming out and saying like, oh, Ben, this is all your fault. Like you're hurting all these innocent franchises, you know? But it's like, no, I'm not hurting these franchises. I'm just holding up a spotlight to corporate that's hurting the franchises, you know? And,
which is
so
a clear indication to poor people.
I think this would be a good way to actually be like, hey, like the franchises have been hurt. Like actually, let's help them. You know, kind of like the corporate, like because that was the whole thing with Brian. It's like corporate screwing over this like innocent person. Let's help them. You know, so if corporate's hurting all these innocent franchises, let's help them. You know, let's set them up with all lawyers. Like I'll set that up I'll get a team to set that up for them, and it'll be sick. You know, and we'll help all the innocent franchises out, and it'll be awesome.
Idea, we can see if you like this idea. The money, and depending on what Brian wants to do, it is, hey, the extra money goes towards this class.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah,
Class action lawsuit
that
puts everything together, because now it's like, hey, he got his, but now he's helping everyone else that might be suffering from the same situation.
That's the best idea I've ever heard. Oh my gosh, that's sick. Yeah,
That's a great idea. Unfortunately, Brian Mansell is not a franchise owner. So he was not screwed over on this like 6% whatever. This is just a Lego customer that lost his Legos because Bricks and Minifigs corporate has these disgustingly slimy policies. To hear that they've stolen how many? Dozens of stores? How many stores have they stolen? This goes all the way to the top.
kind of wonder like, what
Nice,
do we do with all
nice.
this extra money? You know? Yeah, that's awesome.
Now you got it all covered under one, and it all ties in, and you guys walk out looking like rock stars, because again, you're like, I don't
Well, I
want
don't
the
care how
money.
we look. I just want to help people. I don't know.
That's what
yeah.
and that's what the rock stars. It's you're not like, I'm in it for the money. You're like, no, now I'm helping all these people with that. And so is Brian. Like he got his, he only wanted
Yeah,
his.
he doesn't. He just wants the money back that they lost. You know, like
And I think that's good of him, right? I think that's good of Brian. I mean, I personally think that everyone involved, if Ben has franchise owners that are willing to sue, that are willing to say, hey, that 6% has not only screwed me over, but then they stole my store and I can prove it, dude. I don't know. Personally, I want to see them destroyed. At this point, I know that I'm generally known for my even-keeled opinions and don't generally have strong opinions one way or the other on things. Obviously, I'm kidding. Anyone that knows me. I don't think I have a weak opinion on anything. I want them destroyed. I literally want Bricks and Minifigs to have to dissolve after this. I literally never want to see that name on a storefront again. I know that's an incredibly lofty ideal, but this is the type of thing that I do not believe is appropriate in a civilized society. We can't have these dirty corporate shysters just letting people open franchises for 200 grand and then stealing their franchise to expand their business. What the frick? Dude, Okay. But I want to hear if Ben is willing to sue the police department. Let's take a look at this.
Are you guys suing the police department?
Probably. I do feel a little bad because it's like,
Probably. I don't know.
so if I sue the police department, it doesn't come out of the police department's budget. It comes out of the taxpayer, like the innocent taxpayers. So it's like, why am I entitled to these innocent taxpayers' money? You know, it's like stupid.
Do you know that I will just
but it teaches the police a lesson. So it's like,
Of course it does, dude. Of course it does. Of course, if the police get sued, it doesn't come out of anyone's pocket except the freaking taxpayer. So guess what? Guess what? If Reckless Ben, I didn't even realize that. This is me being stupid, right? I didn't even realize this. So if Reckless Ben, okay, because I live in Utah, I literally drive to American Fork when I want to go to GameStop, which is rare. So if Reckless Ben sues the police departments here, I'm going to pay for it. Me. And not to help Ben, which, hey, subscribe to his Patreon, whatever. I'm going to be supporting the police because I pay taxes. Dude. What are we doing, man? What are we doing, man?
I don't know. I haven't really thought about it yet. That's just like the pros and cons. So the pros is it teaches the police a lesson. Maybe they won't do this going forward. 'Cause there's been lots of stories coming out since this of like people be like, oh, the American Fork police has harassed me. They've like ruined my life and stuff. So if it teaches them a lesson, that's good. But if it like steals a bunch of money from like the innocent taxpayers, that's bad. So it's like,
well, it's automatically. I just want to put this out there. I have not said the name of this police department. I am not affiliated with this case. I'm on the outside looking in. Just offering some advice. But as far as like, so police departments and a lot of agencies, accredited agencies, are insured to a certain extent, specifically for cases like civil cases, like a lawsuit against them. And I may or may not have been a part of a case during the Floyd riots, and it's money that's already allocated, it's already spoken for. But I think that based on what I saw, you have ground to stand on.
So what you're saying is there should be money already available for situations.
I'm not going to say that there should be, but there could be.
But awesome. Again, you are going to win even my heart by saying, hey, I don't want the taxpayers, the people to suffer because of this. Yes, I want a lesson to be learned, but
so maybe we do something where we like use all the money from the lawsuit to like help the community in some way. You know what I mean? So it's like, it still teaches them a lesson, but then the taxpayers.
It's never bad to give back to the community. And
the other thing is, like, I think it's a little bit short-sighted to be like, oh, well, there's money allocated. Well, where did the money come from? Yeah, there might be money allocated for this, but where do you get your money from? It's not just insurance policies, like an insurance company's doing it. Like, that money still comes from the taxpayers. So regardless, it may not be ongoing, so it may not be my paychecks that pay for it, but it could have been, you know, helpless old Martha that lives in American Fork. Her tax money from 5 years ago is funding that. Whatever. Anyway, let's keep going.
That's something that I've always had the mindset of, because I've benefited from people giving back to a certain community. So it's like you got nothing to lose from doing that. But at the same time, you want to make sure like what you're doing, like, and I've seen the videos. Like I said, you're doing the research to an extent. There's still things that are kind of a gray area. But as far as giving back, I think that's the best case scenario.
Yeah, we sue American Fork police, and then we use it to help the so it's like, oh, like it comes out of the taxpayers' money, but it's going back to the taxpayers. Well, I started off like homeless doing YouTube, and then I finally got a
Me and
car.
you
That
both.
was like a big
Yeah,
upgrade.
me and you
I
both
was
were
like-
homeless. We both were
No,
living in our
I
cars.
was more homeless than you. Though.
Oh no, I was more homeless than you. What are you talking about?
No, I was living on the beach.
My
Today on the
car-
Unsubscribed
my car was
podcast,
smaller.
who was
Dude,
more unhoused?
You had a car. I didn't even have a car.
You didn't have a car?
I was living on the beach for like 4 or 5 months.
Wait, what beach?
Well, did
Santa
you have
Monica?
towels?
No.
I didn't even have a beach.
Jeez.
You had the whole beach, like all that sand to choose from?
But
That's crazy.
I just like it's like, and I want to give back to the tax people. Bro, I was way more homeless.
No,
What are you
but, like-
talking about?
No, but like, I don't need money. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
have I've
I
come.
lived at City.
I was like super happy living in my car.
Yeah, no,
So
it was
like,
awesome.
yeah.
You on the range.
I want to bring a pepper.
Okay.
It all stinks.
Finn,
So
Maybe
been
that's bad
hold on.
wording, I don't
Well,
know.
well, whatever. Oh, so I'll ask this. So, what's a reasonable outcome for what the police department is doing, which is targeting an individual, raiding their house,
Lying on a press release.
lying on a press release,
So, yeah.
arresting you?
I
like,
was
well,
thinking.
So I skipped a little bit there. The reason I skipped that was because they're just kind of chatting and hanging out. But now is the real question. They're asking a real law enforcement officer, what is a reasonably expected outcome from suing a police department? What should they try to have happen, right? What should their goal be in this lawsuit?
to
Let's think-
force
so-
like
so
all that.
my-
What's like a reasonable
So,
outcome?
so
would you
my
say, for something
solution
like this?
was, I think if they all did the chicken dance and said they're sorry, then that would be.
That's pretty-
Here's so okay.
I'll accept their apology. I'd be like,
like,
okay,
really-
I'll be
I
like,
love, and you're being. I love you're so serious. You're like, no, it's
He's
like $2
dead
million
ass.
or chicken dance saying sorry. It's like, well, I'm going to take the chicken dance.
Honestly,
imagine if that was like the actual like the thing. It was like $2 million. You would fucking take the chicken
already
dance.
know you're
You
gonna
would be
tell
like,
me.
dude, the police department just be like, na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
can you
And you'd be
so,
happy, and you'd be like, "We're even." Thank you.
Can you
You'd walk
imagine-
away and drop everything?
cops showing up to roll call like, all right, we got 7 warrants over on Main Street. Also, 8 p.m. we got to do the chicken dance for a social media thing. Like that would be so. Honestly, like the most reasonable outcome, I think that requesting a public apology. That's
chicken dance.
but chicken dance. I'm not against it. I would love to see.
Well, that's a lesson.
Yeah,
That's-
it's a lesson learned.
It was this or $2 million.
But how,
He's sliding on camera. Sliding on camera.
we're sorry.
Honestly, the more I think about it, I think that's a way better idea than $2 million.
Yeah.
Like genuinely, like
I don't. You could give that $2 million to the franchise owners that got their business stolen, like we were just talking about. That would literally give 10 franchise. If you don't want the money, that's fine. But $2 million would literally give 10 franchise owners their startup cost back. So I don't know. I think that's probably a better option than the chicken dance, but this is YouTube. So yeah. What would Logan Paul do?
would be like the biggest thing ever, the biggest news. It would be like nationwide news for real.
The lawyers would have to present that to the police department.
There's worse
They'd be
things.
like, you have option A, option B, and they're like, "What?" And dude, that's a hard one to fight. Be
Yeah.
like, this is free. You,
That's
I
true.
mean, it's
he sees
Gosh,
how
man.
evil.
I'm-
Like,
Would you do that? Would you take that? Would you take that if you were?
if I show up
yeah.
to my agency and they say, we need you to do the chicken dance on the internet, I am going to fight that tooth and nail and say, I do not want to do this. Let's pay the money. Personally,
real man.
That's what
real
that's what I'm
man.
going to say. However, you know, there's right and wrong. There's right and wrong, and now that I'm at this point in my law enforcement and content creator career, because it's both.
oh, that got you. Dude, Ben's like, he's writing this idea down. He's
At
like,
this
is
point,
it.
personally, I think I'm entitled to some money. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Wait. So, what do you think is a reasonable outcome for a situation like this?
So personally, you know, we're adults, and I think an apology is appropriate, right? Chicken dance, I get it, I understand you're trolling to an extent. But I think that an apology,
dead
a
ass.
public statement, and saying something, we did this and we did it wrong, and this is why. I think that measure of accountability is important. There are two things, and I'm not going to get on my soapbox, but as an NCO in the Army, integrity and accountability are two of the most important things that these young men and women can have. And if the second that they sacrifice one for anything, for a network, for their buddies, for a buddy thing, which is, it appears to be what they're doing, I can't say definitively, the second you sacrifice that, you lose all credibility. And one of the only things that we have, especially, I can only speak from lived experience, one of the only things that you have as a man is your integrity and your accountability. And so saying, listen, this happened, this was wrong, we demand an apology, a public apology, a front-facing public apology. I think that's at minimum what needs to be requested.
And honestly, I think personally that would be, that would be great. I mean, I do think that they should go for money. I think there should be some kind of, there should be some kind of something. There it I wonder if it's a little bit of an act being like, yeah, they just want the chicken dance, it's fine. Like, Ben spent a lot of time in interrogation rooms. They had arrested him multiple times. Like, that stuff was false. Get some money out of it. Even if you don't want the money and you want to give it to the other franchise owners, that's fine. But I think they should go for the money. I think a public apology is pretty bad. But from what I've been reading of other stories of little bit of corruption, little bit of negligence, I don't think that a public apology will fix the problem here. I think that it would be great, and I think that getting a corrupt police department to admit when they've been wrong is good. It's a very tiny step in the right direction, and that's not going to fix corruption. Losing $2 million? That might not completely fix corruption either, but that's going to get the chief and the commissioner in there saying, yeah, so this girl that was joking on the phone about making up charges, yeah, you're gone. This guy that took Ben's evidence and made us look like idiots because he hid it, yeah, you're gone. Like, $2 million makes a change. I'm sorry. Doesn't make a change, right? That's my opinion. Let me know in the comments if you think differently, but I think they should go for money. I agree completely, Topher. Like, I think that it's just the franchisees, especially the ones that have gotten their businesses taken. If you're just joining us, we are finding that Bricks and Minifigs taking over these locations and just essentially stealing people's life savings to expand their business is their business model. That's what they've done many, many times. It's messed up, man. But hey, if you've got the police department in your pocket, it's not hard to do that kind of stuff.
It just, I'm on the outside looking in. Like I said, I have very limited expertise and very limited knowledge of this specific case. But from what I've seen from the outside looking in, you are owed an apology. The way they have treated you, the way they have conducted themselves, the way they've done this investigation and these traffic stops where they immediately are looking for Ben.
That's what's wild.
That's a problem.
Was that the rolling stop sign run?
Yeah.
That's what, like, people was like, oh, they stopped or didn't stop. You guys stopped. If you watch the footage, at most, it would be like, I mean, you guys, like, you maybe moved this much, but you, and then.
No. So he was very.
And of course, the issue is not whether they stopped or not at the stop sign. The issue is the fact that that officer was following Ben. He was following Ben on purpose, trying to catch them doing something so that he could try to arrest them. That's literally what it was. It's not, oh, by the way, what's that called? What's that called when someone follows someone else to try to hurt them? Stalking? Wait, what? That's stalking? Because I thought that was what they were saying Ben was doing. The police were stalking Ben? Interesting. Interesting things.
Conscious of it, so
I
they
know,
knew
but-
that the cops were following them. So they were like, "Do not break any laws. Like, don't eat. Like, stop at every stop
Wait,
sign."
do you guys have a dash cam?
Oh, they have all
The
this
police
recorded.
did, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm saying if you have your own dash cam, so this is a little trick of the trade. So one of the things that I did,
Okay, let's go.
I would classify myself to be an expert pursuit driver. Even in a pursuit, I have to maintain certain traffic laws. So what I did when I approached a stop, if I had a red light, I would say this. I would say checking left, checking right, intersection clear. If you do that, if you have your own personal dash cam and you say that and you do that every time, they have less and less ground to stand on. What's your question? Because I see you.
No, I love that idea because then
Well, because then you have to think like, then you absolutely have enough time at a stop sign to be fully stopped, right? If you have enough time when you're stopped to say looking left, looking right, everything's clear, you stopped for long enough. There's no question of it. But even in the police body cam, the police dash cam footage, we see that they clearly stopped at the stop sign. They didn't have drugs on them. They didn't have any of these things that Ammon and Josh and Brandon were saying they were doing. The police were just literally profiling them and following them. And guess what? Stalking them. Wow. So not only are we talking about bricks and minifigs, we're talking about, now we've got police departments that need to be sued, dude. And I get it. A public apology would be great. There needs to be money. There needs to be money. I'm sorry. There just needs to be. There just needs to be money. And I don't know why there wouldn't be, but yeah. This video's almost over. Stick with me.
this
That is good. Wait, real quick though. So basically, you would say an apology. Would you say anything else that they like a reasonable
Well, it has
outcome
to
would be?
We will never do this again, and this is why. Because I don't really care about I don't
Like,
really
you think
feel
there
like
should
that
be any like
butthurt.
repercussions?
Well,
like,
so here's
maybe not you.
future-proofing it.
Maybe not you.
Yeah.
But like, there's other people that got involved. Like some people got really mad. Like so their girlfriend, wife, whatever, got upset.
Yeah.
You know what
So
I mean?
here's
Like,
what happens in a
they got
civil case.
detained, like they got interrogated.
Yeah. In a civil case, at some point, someone's declared right and wrong. At that point, there are monetary punitive damages.
Yeah.
And once there's monetary punitive damages, if I am the recipient of any value, I don't demand a lot from the people that are against me, the plaintiff or defendant that's against me, because at that point, once I've received a monetary reward for my case, I will say, all right, I demand a public apology. And that's the
But I'm just like worried about for like other people because I've heard a lot of stories of them doing this to other this exact same thing to other people.
It doesn't
So-
seem like it's something new.
So it's like that's what I'm like. I don't really care if they apologize to me or not, but I
Yeah.
just want them to like not do this to more people going forward. You
But
know?
so it's also important to note that everything that I've just said could be 100% wrong, because every jurisdiction is different, every judge is different, every case is different. So everything that I've told you based on my lived experience, it could be completely different. And there's an anticipated outcome, but having that anticipated outcome, it could be very different from that. And if it is, then
I think it's that part of human psychology. You can control what you can, and you can hope for the best with this message or this lesson. Now, how do you go about that? Is that part of it's like, hey, we apologize for everything that transpired, and also we are going to work and be better in the future. And then you also, with that same their video with your video, it's like, hey, and just to hold them
deja vu.
we're good, thank God. If to
Lord.
hold them more accountable, my one expectation is if any of you out there experience anything that is unfair moving forward, reach out to us first, and we will make sure that a spotlight is on that, because then that is that fear. That is your nuclear weapon. That is it's your deterrent. It's they're like, fuck, because now if I f up, all they're going to do is reach out to Ben, and then
We're telling.
and they're but
we
we're
just
telling,
promise we will
they're
make a video.
running after, like, you ain't around again. That is a deterrent.
So we did talk to them as well, and we were obviously we want the court case to be way sooner, and so the thought behind it is like, okay, if we can do this even sooner, it actually benefits Ben, because like the less he's able to post, the less money he's going to be able to make. So it's not just like, oh, we just want to make this sooner just because we just want to post more. No, this is his livelihood, and so that's
this
what we're trying to
momentum
get
we spent
into.
since September to build. You know, we've been working on. I spent my
September
life.
what?
September. It was the end of
Your birthday.
My birthday?
It was the end of September.
Just kidding, internet. My birthday is not in September. It's October. Go ahead.
But we've been working every day since September to make the best video in the world. We finally get the momentum we've been working so hard for, and boom, TRO, just lose all our hype. It's insane.
That's where we discussed it. That's what I get super pissed at, because now it is, and part of that, show how much money with revenue, everything, how many videos released, and now them cutting the umbilical, like they just
like I was going like
snapped it.
this, and
Yeah,
then
we're
just-
like
I hit the
premature. We're like
TRO
at
and
6
just
months.
Everything just it's so sad.
Are you guys?
So that was Reckless Ben on the Unsubscribed podcast. There's a 3-hour version of this if you'd like to go and watch it. These guys are cool. I apologize for the language if you are younger. But yeah, this is continually getting more insane. Every time I look at this story, a new thing comes out that you can't write a movie or a TV show like this. You can't write it. Somebody can't make this story up. It's so insane, it has to be real. And so on the internet, honestly, they lied. We want them to fix it. We desperately want them to fix it. And I don't know if they will. I don't know if Bricks and Minifigs will. The police department, honestly, I think that they are desperately hoping that Ben doesn't sue them. I think, not to, play devil's advocate here, but I think they're immediately going to try to go for the chicken dance option. Because the one thing they don't want to do is release a public statement. This is what we did. It was wrong. We're sorry. And then 1,000 cases flood in, and they have all these lawsuits and all these things from other people that similar things happen to. And it's real. This is real. Like, people are getting screwed over by this police department. People are getting screwed over by them. They're getting falsely taken in. They're getting falsely accused of things. It's a thing that has been happening. We've seen the stories all over. And so I think from the police department standpoint, whatever the option is that we don't have to admit that we were wrong, and we can just do the chicken dance on a video, ha ha ha, we're idiots, and then send a email to Ben and just be like, we're sorry. Can you forgive us? If Ben's willing to accept that, dude, that's immediately what I would do if I was in their shoes. Who knows who they're getting paid by? Who knows what kind of investigation would be launched into them and what it would reveal? Like, what would happen if you investigated them? What would happen if somebody was bold enough to go in and say, we're going to sue these police departments? Are there going to be 100 other cases that flood in the next week? It's possible. Well, that's what's going on with the Reckless Ben situation. Currently, there are a couple of other videos that we aren't going to get a chance to watch tonight because we don't have enough time in the stream, but I may be working on another long form talking about this stuff, and we'll look at all those videos in that. And so that should be coming in the coming days. So let me know what you think in the comments. Hit a like on the stream. And we've got some comments here. Let's let's talk about some comments here. All right. Potted potatoes. I don't know what that means. Bam, ongoing fail. I know, for forever, dude. They're just yeah, I don't know. Yes. I mean, I don't know why anybody else doesn't post, but yes, honestly, their entire business model is awful. And I don't, I mean, maybe it is legal because they signed the contract for it, but there has to be some kind of ethical business violation here that somebody can charge them for. Um, Perfect episode of Law and Order, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Franchises absolutely deserve the money. Yeah, South Park, we're sorry. Yes. Oh, Pokemon video. That's that'll come in a while. That'll probably come out in the fall. Um but yeah, this bricks and minifig situation is wild. It's absolutely wild. However, let's go to some more current events and let's look uh let's look at something that I I genuinely don't know if I should laugh, cry, or be embarrassed. So I think most people know the actor James Franco. He was, most famous for things like Spider-Man, Freaks and Geeks. He's been in a ton of movies with his friend Seth Rogen, like Pineapple Express, the Interview, several other movies. Honestly, I think they're very funny together. Unfortunately, James Franco was caught up in some controversy, and we're not going to elaborate on that here because I want this stream to stay monetized. But let's just say he was a little scuzzy with people that he may or may not have found attractive. Allegedly, okay? Yeah. Anyway, there was stuff that went down. People distanced themselves. I look it up if you want to. I don't need to go into it here. But what I do need to go into is James Franco set up a YouTube channel, and I just want to watch these videos with you. They're pretty short. And again, I apologize if there's any language in these videos. They just kind of are what they are.
Hey, the day is here.
About 7:13. 7:13. 7:13.
So right off the bat, what? So James Franco kept releasing on social media 713, which now, was a few days ago, that he was going to have this insane announcement. And a lot of people like myself were like, okay, he's doing like a conspiracy thing. Is he in like a new Alien movie kind of thing? Like a Paul. I don't know if anyone remembers that movie. There was a movie called Paul where Simon Pegg and Nick Frost like find an alien that I believe is voiced by Seth Rogen, and they're like trying to help him, I think, get home. I don't know. But I didn't actually see it. So I thought this was going to be like an announcement for like, I'm doing a new Alien movie or something. Just watch. Okay, we get it. Move on. What is happening?
713.
Come on. Jeez, please. Come on. This is taking forever, dude. Yeah, Freaks and Geeks is a great show. I agree. I know, he looks bad, doesn't he? He looks kind of yucky. Look at that. Did you see it? Did you see it? Dude. 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 Oh my goodness. I don't have enough patience for this. Oh. Oh no.
Something. It was thrust upon me. I didn't ask for this.
They even tried to stop me on this platform. How could you not see it? It was perfectly in the line of sight of the camera. Like, how could you not see it? There's more crazy footage, but we're not going to show it to you. Okay. Okay, let's watch this one. This is his original video that he posted here.
Me, really, James Franco. Some serious stuff going on. That's why I'm contacting you. That's why I'm doing this. Okay, I know I maybe seem crazy. Like, why am what's going on? What's the gimmick? No. Okay, I can't say too much right now. I just need you to follow me. Then I'll know. Yeah, I'm gonna show you some crazy stuff. Okay? Follow me. I'll show you.
Yo, what's up, Josh?
Look, this is serious.
I know, dude. This is some Harry Osborn level stuff right here.
This is serious. I just don't even know if watching me, listening to me, like,
Sigh of fear.
They want me to stop. People think I'm acting crazy. Okay, acting crazy, whatever.
Yeah, I know, Cole. I know.
this is serious.
I'm not acting crazy. I saw something. I saw something. They don't want me to show what I'm gonna show. I'm gonna show it. I already told you. 713, 713, 713. It's coming. They're trying to stop me. They're trying to stop me from getting it out. They can't stop me. It's gonna come. 713, okay?
All right. We don't need to watch any more of that. But yeah, so James Franco, okay. Either this is incredibly clever and he's like trying to light the internet on fire with a great meme, which there are already several pretty popular memes going on right now that I don't know. He might get lost in the shuffle here. I think it's hilarious. If you guys saw the short that I posted yesterday, it's essentially using this as a meme, and I just made it because I desperately wanted to catch on. I think you could literally put some of the most hilarious videos on his laptop when he opens it. Anything from, hello there, all the way to like, I don't know, whatever. Hopefully not like Michael Storin or something. Anyway, with that's a conversation for a different day. Anyway, so what's the takeaway? What's the takeaway from this? Oh, I want to watch one more. We gotta watch this one. This one's actually so funny. Well, yeah, we seem disappointed because we thought you were announcing like a comeback show or something like that. No, dude. He's not announcing a comeback show. He's
Hey, look, I released the footage and I don't know, the response is a little not what I thought it would be. Okay, I don't know. Maybe I am going crazy. I thought if I released my security footage that that would be it. Everyone would see that I wasn't making this up, but I'm reading the comments and I see that everyone thinks, I'm still crazy and that this is a big joke and whatever.
Wait
I'm
for
making
it.
up,
Wait
that
for
that's
it.
me, and the people are saying that's me. And
well,
costume.
I mean,
my
yeah.
brother or whatever.
Oh, it's not gonna be your
so-
brother. He's not gonna come after you with this.
I don't know. Maybe this is a big.
What's
flop,
up, Cool Star?
I was just trying to get the information out, and I don't know. I guess
Yes, dude. I love it.
people
so
don't want
much.
to believe that they won't believe. There are some of you.
Dude, look at that. It's lurking, dude.
There are some of you that are on my side and know I'm not making this up. So I don't know. Maybe I just delete the account and just try to forget that this happened. I delivered on what I said I was going to deliver on, but maybe that's not enough. So maybe we just end this. I don't know.
Yeah, so James Franco, I truly like I know a lot of people in the comments are like, oh, he's absolutely trolling. And I think that he is. I think that this is all purposeful. I don't think that this is like a drug-induced psychotic breakdown. I think that this is just James Franco trying to be funny and trying to like come back into the limelight. The problem that I have is like it looks AI generated. The alien costume literally looks like the aliens from look at this. Okay. All right. All right, let me switch to this just in case. But let me show you. If you've seen Scary Movie 3, this is what the aliens look like from Scary Movie 3, okay? This is what they look like. Check this out. Does that not look like what we just saw? It literally looks like these stupid aliens from Scary Movie 3 are in James Franco's backyard watching him. And I love that he's just playing it straight, dude. I love that he's just like, oh yeah, I mean, I can't believe you guys were disappointed. I can't believe that you just didn't you guys didn't respond the way that I expected. Dude, how were you expecting people to react? Like, you're doing a master level troll here. Nobody would believe that those are real aliens. No one would believe that. But, NASA's releasing stuff, the government's releasing stuff, everybody's releasing alien footage and alien photos, so why not the why not the beacon of truth and justice in the American way, James Franco? Yeah, I don't know, man. But I know this has caught on a little bit and it's pretty funny. But yeah. What do you guys think? Do you think James Franco has lost his mind? I kind of like to think that he's probably just trying to create a huge meme and trying to like be the center of something that people are using on TikTok so that way he can like regain relevance. I get it, but yeah. Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix, that's true. All right, see you later, Cool Master. Good to see you, buddy. But yeah, so I just thought that was funny. Bricks and Minifigs is such a heavy story that I thought this was kind of hilarious. So, anyway, that's what's going on. Checking in with veteran actor James Franco. He's dressing people up like aliens and pretending that they're coming after him. You know, everybody's got to have a hobby. All right, my friends. It is, in fact, time for everyone's favorite game. Now, of course, it is Bad Movie Bingo time, baby. I am so ready for Bad Movie Bingo tonight because tonight we are going to be talking about and watching a movie that I find to be very, very choice. This movie has been covered by one of my favorite YouTubers, Danny Gonzalez, and everything about it is wrong. Essentially, oh, by the way, if you'd like to play Bad Movie Bingo with us, feel free to jump on the link in the description. I recommend opening it in a different window and then being able to kind of click back and forth. The way that I have mine set up, if you want to see it, is I have my Bad Movie Bingo card kind of smaller and to the side, and then I have the movie here. So if you want to watch the stream, I know if you're on mobile, it's a little bit more challenging to do that kind of thing. But yeah, Bad Movie Bingo is a super fun game where we watch a bad movie and then try to see if we can fill in the squares to get a bingo. Feel free to click the free space, skadoosh. And I said that because it's very fitting for the movie today. Fill in that free space, which is always free, just for you. Tonight, we've got overly dramatic acting, hilarious line delivery, delusional creator. Now, that is reserved for a writer, director, actor, someone like Derek Savage or Neil Breen, who created a product from nothing and genuinely believes that their product is, in fact, excellent. Is it excellent? Of course it isn't, but they think it is. Thus, delusion. Now, there are a lot of movies, several movies, where it's not a delusional creator, and that's because, you know, these people knew what they were making. They knew their movie was a tax write-off or a money laundering scheme. They know what it is, right? Talking animal is smarter than humans. In this particular movie, every character's a talking animal. Super stupid henchman. I also accept super stupid villain and or bully. Bad CGI and effects. We'll get that one pretty quick. And cut, which is reserved for when a shot either holds on too long, or I'm also adding another caveat to it where you can also click it if you say and action where a shot takes too long to start. And then last but not least, unnecessary explosion. And if you are feeling super spicy, this little die right here can be clicked to make a square random. But randomize a square at your own risk, because that could, in fact, prevent you from getting a bingo. which happened to me last week. Anyway, I did get several bingos last week, but yeah, no, Ma, I knew what you meant, but yeah, so that is Bad Movie Bingo. If you guys want to get your cards set up, get them ready so you can play, let us talk about our movie this week. Our movie this week is called The Little Panda Fighter, and this is an infamous animated movie. It's not quite as long as some of the other movies that we've watched, so you shouldn't have too much trouble finding a bingo because the story's pretty condensed. But yeah, this is one of the worst animated movies ever made. I will absolutely contend. I will contend for that. 100%. We thought Food Fight was bad. We watched that as our second Bad Movie Bingo. If you haven't seen it, feel free to go back and watch it with us. Yeah, this one might be worse. Yeah, I don't know. The story behind Food Fight makes it crazy. There's no story behind this. It's a ripoff of Kung Fu Panda. Kind of. All right. I will give everybody another 30 seconds to start their engines and get their cards. Here we go. All right. Everybody feel free to get your cards set up. All right. If everyone is ready, we are going to start The Little Panda Fighter in 3, 2, 1. Let's jam. Also, just FYI, I could only find this movie in 480p. So, there's not a square for that, but there should be. Okay, straight up, right off the bat, right? It's a title sequence. We can't call it an and cut, but holy, look at this. This is hideous. This is one of the ugliest things I've ever seen. I was going to make a really mean joke. I'm not going to say it now, but this is absolutely one of the ugliest things that I've ever seen. And I've been to my family reunion. Anyway. Yeah, dude. Let's roll. Oh, yeah. Shake it, baby.
Stop the daydreaming, Pancata. That floor ain't gonna mop itself, you know.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Polaris. I guess I must have drifted off for a second. It won't happen again, sir, I promise. I'll get this floor done in no time.
Oh, my gosh.
Night and I gotta pay.
Did he have to say that whole line in one take? Jeez. I feel bad for this. I feel bad for these voice actors. Well, I mean, they had to be in this movie.
The pipe treatment all over the joint.
Ew. He's pipe dreaming all over the joint? That's disgusting. If you couldn't see from what happened, like in the animation, because it's so bad, the boss seemingly kicked out. So our main character is a panda, an actual panda called Pancata. Okay. And apparently the boss just came up. I know that because I've seen the movie before. They don't like necessarily explain that right up front here. But the polar bear is his boss who owns this place called the Big Bear Box. And it's a bar and I think restaurant where they have boxing matches. And the owner of the place is like an undefeated champion. Okay. I'm giving you this backstory because the movie's pretty muddy on this stuff. So Pancata is super clumsy. And let's just say it does not quite pan out like Kung Fu Panda does.
Fight night. Big deal. Who cares about some dumb old fight night?
Oh, no. Ah! Okay, first, killer use of GarageBand loops. Second, he just grows blonde hair? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we're still how far? We're a minute in, dude. We're a minute in, and I'm just gonna say we're gonna say bad CGI. This entire movie has bad CGI. Feel free to mark it. Just go for it. Holy crap. We're only a minute in and we've already got a square filled in.
You better watch yourself, Pancata. If the boss catches you goofing off again, you'll be daydreaming on the unemployment line. Boy, pandas.
No.
Oh. What?
Looks like Sweet Bear is shaking off that pounding and is ready for more. Folks, this fight ain't over yet. It's a battle of the bears, and I gotta tell ya, Sweet Bear is looking pretty sweet.
Oh, no.
Everyone's wondering if Sweet Bear.
So this is supposed to be like a Care Bear mixed with a wombat?
Got the goods to strip free Teddy on the title. As you know, Teddy hasn't lost a fight in 2 years. This could be the night that anything happens.
What? What? Why? What is this editing?
I'm afraid.
This movie was made like not that long ago, dude. Like I know it's a temptation to look at a movie like this and be like, "Oh, it's early CGI. This must have been like 1997." No, dude. No. It wasn't. It was not. It wasn't late 90s. It was made in 2008. 2008, okay? 2008. Let me just tell you a couple other animated movies from 2008, okay? And I know it's like, oh, well, they had a different budget and whatever, but yeah, just for your reference, right? Obviously, Kung Fu Panda came out. That's how this was inspired. WALL-E, Horton Hears a Who, The Abomination of Nature, Space Chimps, the Clone Wars movie, Star Wars The Clone Wars movie, Madagascar, Bolt. Dude, these all came out the same year as this. This literally looks like it was made by a college student who failed their exam in one night. This is so bad. All right, let's keep rolling.
Able to clear an answer, folks. It's another victory for Teddy Thunders, and that would make his 45th in a row. Isn't that exciting?
Everybody's excited.
I don't believe it. He's killing me, this guy. He wins every time. That's why no one comes to the fights no more. It's a joke. There's no suspense anymore. Everyone knows he's gonna win. Freak Teddy is putting me out of business, I tell you.
Yeah, sure. Just like when you were fighting Polaris. No one could beat you either. You were champ for 3 years until you retired and opened this place.
What I wouldn't do to get back in the ring. I'd show that Thunder Chump a thing or two.
So why don't you? You own the place. Why don't you fight? Also, I don't know if that's a bear or a rat or a mole or a mole rat. This thing needs to blow its nose, okay? Also, do you recognize the voice actor that is voicing this guy? I'll give you another couple lines. See if you can tell me in the comments who it is. From a very popular franchise, first few seasons.
Don't even think it. You get back in the ring and you lose the club. Don't forget, it's in the contract you signed.
Yeah, I know. I'd lose the club as if you'd let me forget.
Can I get you anything, Mr. Grizzlepuss? A Kleenex, perhaps?
No thanks there, honey bun. I gotta settle up my bets here.
Oh, man. That Teddy's really something, isn't he?
He's all right. I mean, if you like him tall, tough, and muscly all over.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Boy, I tell you, that Teddy thunders. He may be a pain in Polaris's paw, but the girls go googly over him.
Yeah, you said it. I wish they were googly over me that way. You know, I'm just not tough enough. But then, I don't like to fight.
Ah, quit yanking my fur. Who are you trying to kid, Pancata?
What I meant was, I love it.
Oh,
Why would it matter? He's just a janitor. Why would it matter if he likes to fight or not? Anybody can be a janitor. Anyway, do you recognize that voice? Or should I say, who's that Pokemon? Yes, it is the voice of Meowth, a man who I believe just passed away either earlier this year or last year. So RIP, thank you for having a hand in this wonderful abomination. We really appreciate it. Anyway, yes, the voice of Meowth. What the frick? In this movie? In this movie? I mean, they got all those huge actors in Food Fight, so
he's so dreamy.
How about this? The kid here doesn't like to fight. He thinks it's too violent.
he didn't say
Should you
that.
get back to work?
I'm all done. The thing is, Mr. Polaris isn't exactly in the best of moods right now, and I was hoping I could ask to leave early. After all, it is pretty slow in here right now.
Leave early? Why would you need to? It's not like you ever have a date.
Oh! Eat it, loser! Pancot that. I'm just kidding. That was really mean. You should never say something like that to a coworker. Unless they deserve it.
Who'd go out with you?
That was so mean, actually, though.
Yeah, who is it?
Wow.
Pardon me, Mr. Polaris.
Yeah, Pancata, come on in.
Well, sir, I was wondering if, that is, if you don't mind, I'd like to go home early tonight.
But first, I'm going to scratch my nail into your desk, which is always seen favorably when you want to go home early. Like, yeah, boss, I want you to do me a favor. So I'm going to scratch my nail into your desk. What the frick is this movie? Was this movie written by aliens? Maybe it was written by James Franco.
Well, that depends. Did you finish cleaning the ring?
Whoa.
Yes, sir.
Silverware polished?
Spick and span.
Dishes all washed?
Not many to wash, but they're done. Mm-hmm.
Well then, no skin off of my back. It has been a pretty slow night tonight. We got nothing but slow nights lately. Place reminds me of a morgue. Go on, get out of here.
A morgue? Morgues are quiet because everybody there is like a cadaver, but they're not slow usually. Like, I feel like morgues are pretty busy, unfortunately. But that, I don't know. I feel like they messed up their metaphor or analogy or whatever they were gonna say. Let's check on our bingo card. All right, do we have anything going right now? Not quite there yet, but trust me, we will thicken this plot. I promise.
Oh, Mr. Polaris, don't let it get you down. Business will pick up soon. After all, even Brick Teddy can't win forever.
2 years, Pancata. 2 years he's...
Dude. Those eyes that he looks at him with, dude. And just like the movement, dude. The movement is so scary from these characters. They're just like, there's nothing natural about their movements. It's so weird. And yet the voices sound fine. So it's like the animation is wonky, but also, dude, this is one of those movies where you could freeze frame any single frame from this movie, and it will show you absolutely without any hesitation what your sleep paralysis demon looks like. I'm dead serious.
Been the champion. And as long as he stays at the top of the heap, this joint will be on the bottom.
Well, he is very popular.
Well,
sure, Thunders might have been popular when he started out, but we're talking 2 years. The public is fickle, kid. Who wants to go to a boxing match when the same goopy guy keeps winning? Problem is, there's no one good enough to challenge him.
I bet you could give Freak Teddy a run for his money.
Sure, I could knock that overgrown furball out in 2 rounds flat.
Well then, why don't you jump in the ring and challenge him, Mr.
Okay,
Polaris?
exactly.
No can do. When I inherited this club, I retired from the ring.
Oh, gee, what a crying shame.
Well, them's the breaks, kid. You see, I got other fish to fry these days.
I wish I could help somehow, but I really don't know much about it. That is, boxing, I mean.
Huh? But you must have watched loads of matches while you were working here.
Well, to tell you the truth, I've never been much of a boxing fan. I find it a little too violent. It's just not my thing. I pretend to like it.
So you pretend, huh?
What was this? Did he have something stuck in his teeth? What the frick was that? Ah, so you pretend to like it, huh? You pretend to like it? I'm sipping the world's smallest teacup. Can't you see it? For real, though. Can't trust the Coca-Cola bear. Love it.
Right. It's all an act, sir.
That's it! That's it!
What's it, Mr. Polaris?
You just gave me a great idea, kid.
But I'm not going to tell you what it is.
So sorry I'm late, Master Shin.
Please go put on the proper attire for chanting the mantra. You're interrupting my meditation.
You see, I was chatting with my boss at the club, and before I knew it, I was...
Make it snappy.
Master Shin. So now it makes you think that this is going to launch into Kung Fu Panda, right? Like, he's going to learn how to fight. He's going to save the Big Bear Box. That's what it's called, right? Big Bear Box. He's going to, like, save the business. It's what you think.
Yes. Right away, Master Shin. I swear I won't be late again, I promise.
Oh, no.
Your mind wanders all over the place.
Me? Wander? Of course not.
Too much confusion can make you seem mentally unstable. I think you are unstable. What's weighing you down?
Well,
I think what's unstable is whatever version of Blender they tried to make this in. Holy crap. It's like actually, I think they used a real blender. I don't think they used the program blender. I think they just threw a bunch of stuff in a blender and just went, and then that was the movie.
You know, I've always been a little pudgy.
That's not what I meant. What burdens your mind?
Well, there's this girl. We work together down at the club, see? And I think she's really neat and everything, but she doesn't even know I exist. To that girl, I'm just a loser.
I see.
So that's the waitress.
To make a woman notice you, you must show her you value loyalty.
Loyalty? Loyalty? How so? Show that I'm, like, sincere and be a Mr. Dependable dude and stuff like that?
Yes, that's all good and fine.
Be a Mr. Dependable
but you must
dude and
also
stuff
show
like
her
that?
Loyalty has value.
Ah, yes. Okay. Yeah, you're talking about the value of money, right?
Pretty much all the characters only have 3 fingers. So this is one of those movies where you don't want to be nitpicky because yikes.
That's kind of complicated. I don't earn a whole lot.
No, what's wrong with you? Are you really that stupid? I'm talking about what's inside. That is your essence.
Are you really that stupid?
Quiet, Pancata. Empty your mind of all your worldly and material thoughts.
My essence? Oh, he must be talking about my cologne.
Are you nuts?
Are you nuts? Are you nuts? Okay. I'm going to bring in hilarious line delivery. I don't think it's the funniest line in the movie, but when he when he's going, are you nuts? It's just very funny to me. All right, these comments are going wild. Yes, it's like Kung Fu Panda, Yogi Snotty. Yes, R.I.P. Meowth. Yes, everybody's only got 3 fingers. I don't know why. It's just whoever they bought these these CGI models off of just didn't do a good job. That's all. Bear bar box, not big bear bar. Whatever I said last time, it was wrong. It's bear bar box because they're bears and it's a bar and they also box. Bingo! Woo! Good job. We got our first bingo, which is lucky. That's awesome. Great job. So your message is getting pinned. Awesome job, POV World. You're amazing. Good work. Which is awesome because we've only gotten 3 squares. So that is amazing. Congratulations. And of course, on the VOD, if anyone watches this back, whoever comments bingo first gets pinned. All right, let's keep it going. We are literally 8 minutes in, and holy crap.
You called me, Mr. Polaris?
That's right, Pancata. You gave me a great idea the other day.
I gave you a great idea? Me?
Yep, and today's the day we're gonna put that idea into action.
Yeah?
Yeah, I present to you the Great Bear of Mystery.
You know, I think maybe you've been working a little too hard, Mr. Polaris.
I'm not Polaris. I am the Great Bear of Mystery. Be very afraid. At least, that's what I want you to call me as long as I'm wearing the suit.
I am afraid, actually. No, so the movie's actually backwards because even though I turned off monetization, sometimes they still try to copyright claim it, even though I'm not making any money from it. It's like, so that's why it's backwards. I do that on the movies just because it's a safeguard against, yeah. Anyway. All right, let's keep going.
But I'm not sure I'm catching on, Mr. Polaris.
It's simple, Pancata. This solves all our problems. I ain't allowed back in the ring without losing the club. But the Great Bear of Mystery can fight all he wants and no one's the wiser.
But that's not what he said. That's not what he said before. All he said was, when I took over this club, I retired from fighting. At no point did he say, when I retired, I couldn't come back or I would lose the bar. He never said that. So why can't he just do it? That's what I don't understand.
I don't know. Something smells funny.
Don't be so negative, kid.
No, I really mean it. Something smells like an order of chicken and broccoli with a side order of feet.
Now that you admit.
Something smells like a real order of food, but just a side order of feet.
Oh, it's me! I haven't worn this outfit since I had to get rid of my motorcycle.
I'm guessing that was a long time ago?
Here, kid, give these a good washing. I want them nice and fresh for the fight. I'll stay here and plot the imminent demise of old Thunderbutt himself, that jerk.
Aye, aye, sir.
That jerk.
Hey, Pancata.
Yes?
This'll just be our little secret.
You got it, sir.
Oh, and kid?
Yep.
Remember how much I'm counting on you now.
Mm-hmm. Whew.
How much is he counting on him? Just to wash the suit?
Honey, good morning to you.
What's so good about it? Are you so happy because you had a great night last night?
Oh, that.
Jeez.
I was totally watching that awesome boxing match like everybody else was. Remember?
Duh. I know that's silly. I mean, after you left here.
Yes, after. Well, you see, I had to handle some personal private business. And speaking of personal private business, I have to handle some personal business right now, privately, so I gotta go. Nothing personal. Sorry about that, and I'll see you later, okay? Bye.
Why couldn't he have just said, the boss asked me to wash
I
this?
swear that bear gets more strange every day.
I swear that bear gets more strange every day. Wow. This is an amazing scene right here. Dance. 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 Yeah! Let's go! This movie isn't even real and it's embarrassing.
What are you up to, Pancata?
Gee, honey, I was just, you know, it's funny you should ask that. I was just practicing various martial arts techniques. Yeah.
You're kidding. Since when have you been into martial arts?
Who, me? Let's see. Well, probably like months.
I thought you told Mr. Grizzlepuss you hated fighting.
I know. I actually love this movie. It's just everything is so creepy and unnatural and weird, but the voice acting is actually not that bad. It's just edited weird, and I'm pretty sure they're just using like stock animation movements. Like in certain programs, you can do like, okay, I have this panda, right? I have a panda model and he's just standing here like this. Well, sometimes they allow for automated buttons where you can do something like move arm up and then he'll just go. If you click it. And so what I suspect happened with this movie is maybe it was one guy in a basement on a deadline and he just had to do it all himself. But I'm pretty sure somebody was just clicking those automatic buttons. He's a maniac, content ID, copyright claim.
I do hate fighting. I mean, like, stupid fighting. The kind lacking in proper form and technique. Wah!
Hey, what's going on with the washing machine?
Nothing. Just some whites. Hey, do I hear a thirsty customer out there or something?
I didn't hear anything.
Well, I think we have to go upstairs just in case. I mean, you never know, right?
And then back to this. What? We don't need physics.
One more sucker who thinks he's got
Oh
what
my
it takes
gosh.
to be Freak Teddy. Can
That female bear got booty. What is happening right now? You did all this horrible animation because you were probably on a time crunch. And you had time to animate like cake on this bear?
believe this headline?
Yeesh.
Masked Bear challenges Freak Teddy?
Lucky he's wearing a mask. That way no one will know who he is when he inevitably bites the stud.
What? When he what? When he does what?
A stud bites the inevitably when he know who he is when he inevitably bites the stud.
They couldn't have taken that again? Bites the They couldn't you couldn't have done another take of that, dude?
I think is a real coward. A real man would have the courage to show his face, even if he was a big loser.
Well, I have a feeling he's not as big a loser as you think.
What do you mean? You act like you know the guy.
Well, no. I just think he deserves a fair shake, right? It's the right thing to do.
The guy's a loser, you know? He'll have his chance to lose like everyone else.
Well,
I don't get the snotty
what if
bear
he
thing.
doesn't? What if we actually get a new champion?
Yeah, you're yanking my furrican, ain't ya? He's a very funny guy, this one.
He's not just funny amusing, Mr. Grizzlepuss. He's also funny peculiar.
Hey, Pancata, I want to see you in my office.
This masked moron hasn't got a thing going for him. I tell you, people aren't gonna put money on this guy.
I know this is a terrible movie and we're watching it for bad movie bingo, but it kind of feels nice to hear Meowth's voice. I haven't watched Pokemon in a very long time, and to hear that voice, it's a little nostalgic. I kind of like it. Let's check in with our bingo card though, and I think we're good for right now, but I think we're gonna have some squares come up pretty quickly.
What if Pancada's right?
I wouldn't bet on that even if you gave me the money.
Okay, nice black blink there. Polaris, the poster's like Rocky. Oh, that one's like the last dragon. That's funny. Okay. Okay. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is our... what are you doing? Okay. Boom! And cut. That is our and cut. Let's keep playing because we have quite a few more squares to fill in. And I think we're going to do it. All right, that was our and cut. So fill in that if you've got it.
Well, Panda, tonight's the big night.
That's right. It's made all the newspapers. Look at the headlines.
Boy, I can hardly wait to put on that costume. You did remember to wash my costume, didn't you, kid?
Oh, don't you worry.
Uh-oh.
All right, nice and fresh and clean, all ready for you.
Well, if it's so nice and fresh and clean, why ain't I wearing it, kid?
Well, I tell you, I just have to press it, that's all. We don't want your beautiful costume all wrinkly on your big night. I'll go take care of that right away. Back in a jiffy.
Falls down the stairs.
Looks like it shrunk a little. Well, could be worse, I suppose. I'm sure he'll be way too excited to notice anyway.
In this corner, weighing in at over 800 pounds, the national heavyweight champion.
800 pounds? Well, I guess they are bears. Holy crap.
Years, the dangerous, fabulous Freak Teddy.
Also, this guy's name is Freak Teddy. And based on just the color of this bear, I'm very uncomfortable that he doesn't have pants on.
And entering the ring, a brand new challenger, weighing in at 700 pounds. Please welcome the Great Bear of Mystery.
The only thing mysterious about this not-so-great bear is how long it'll take before he starts screaming for his mama.
Folks, it looks like our competitors are
Good
ready.
one.
Gentlemen, please remove your robes and let the battle begin.
Oh! I don't believe it. Could it be? It looks like Pancada.
Nah, it can't be. He's over there mopping the floor.
Oh, no. Oh, no. No. He's literally going through the floor. Also, anybody can do whatever they want, right? You go away from the stream. I don't know. We're friends here. Just a little bit of friendly advice. If you're doing a big live event and you have to wear a costume, you should wear it before the event, just to make sure it doesn't actively shrink on you and make you look like someone else. Just saying, all this could be avoided. But what do I know? Oh.
Mr. Grizzlepuss, it is Pancata. No wonder he was saying all those silly things this morning.
You're right, that dopey kid must have a death wish.
He couldn't possibly think he can beat Freak Teddy.
Mortal Kombat! Smash the like if you think he'll win. Oh, yikes. So
What a battle this is, folks. Just one round in and Teddy is already taking a licking. Who would have thought a panda like this could have such fancy footwork?
ugh. See now, the joke here is he doesn't want to fight, he wants to dance. he wants to dance. Frick! He wants to dance.
Get ready, Mystery Bear. I hope you have your insurance policy paid up, because I'm about to make mass mincemeat out of you. I'm afraid.
I don't know, dude. I think you need to work on keeping your jaw inside of your mouth.
You're mistaken, Thunder Chump, because your time is up.
Wow.
You gotta get down here, Sheeny. Freak Teddy's getting his butt kicked all over the place. I haven't seen a brawl like this since Polaris the Demolisher ruled the ropes. Now this is worth buying a ticket.
Oh my goodness, if only I'd known what a licking this Teddy chump was gonna get, I'd have put all my money on Pancata. Ugh.
Ain't that panda something? I can't believe I never knew how dreamy he was.
That girl literally looks like a Five Nights at Freddy's character. She's so evil looking. Oh. And then he just flies into a black void. He just flies into a void. This has to be some kind of dance competition or audition or what. I think they tell us in a minute, but like he just flies away. He flies away. Oh, okay, sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the fight we could only have been dreaming about a year ago. Believe it or not, Freak Teddy may have met his match.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I don't believe it. I just bought those fixtures last week.
Well, it doesn't look like they really got hurt. Wow. Yay, okay, great job.
We have witnessed one for the ages. A real shocker, my friends. The great bear of mystery has delivered the knockout punch heard around the world.
The teeth, though, dude. The teeth are just so disgusting to me. I'm sorry.
Execution was flawless. Your technique is totally mind-blowing. I just think you overreached a little at the end.
It was totally mind-blowing. Oh, my gosh.
I really don't know what to say. I just dance what I feel, you know?
It's obvious to me that you have the talent. I just don't know if we have the room for you this time.
I don't understand. I was doing so well.
Dancing what you feel is all well and good, Mr. Pancata, but you can't do it at the expense of the choreography.
But I only messed things up during that last part. Can't we just forget about that?
I think he has a very unique quality, not to mention a real richness of technique. His enthusiasm really speaks to me.
I'll admit that his form at the early part of the dance really dazzled me.
I have to disagree. I found the whole thing smarmy and half-baked.
But I see a lot of raw talent
I agree with that lady.
that, given some time, could be developed with proper training. And in addition to everything else I just said, Pancata, you'll be the first panda ever accepted into the academy.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, hang on. Where is this glasses bear sitting? Where is he sitting? Because in the one shot, it looked like he was sitting at the end of the table, and then
Won't that be a treat for you?
and then a shot later, it looked like he was sitting at the other end of the table. So I'm very confused.
No more leaping or we'll have to take disciplinary action.
I'm very proud of you, Pancata. You move with the feet of fire. You shine like the night star. Very nice. Today you dance with destiny. But I beg you, I can't take any more leaping, silly bear.
Silly bear. Don't leap anymore, or you will spend a night in the lake of fire. Oh, Pancata, don't be sad. I know you lost, but just barely. Oh wow, she is majestically rollerblading.
Hey. See you later.
Amazing, Pancata! Totally sensational! Who'd have thought a sweet guy like you had it in ya?
Me? But how? I mean, I didn't know you were there.
Oh, I was there, buddy boy, and I saw everything. I tell ya, that jump was the best part of it all. Sensational! I didn't know you could do stuff like that.
Wait a minute, that's how small that bear is, and they wanted him to fight that 800-pound bear? That bear is like as big as this cup, dude. And they wanted him to fight an 800-pound bear?
Hey now, if it isn't the man himself. You sure been holding out on us, kid. You're a gold mine. From now on, buddy, I'm betting on Pancata.
Oh. Oh no. Oh.
Maybe they really did see me dancing and I didn't know it.
I'm sorry to everyone watching this. You will see this image in your nightmares. We just gotta watch him walk all the way to the thing. He's gonna walk all the way to the restaurant. Wow. Wow. Come on.
Hey, what's all this for? Oh, dude, that totally rocks.
I ought to be mad at you for not telling me how talented you are. Everybody's talking about it. You are just incredible, Pancata.
Well, I don't think it's that big of a deal, really. It's just something I picked up a while
Dude, his
back, you
eyes
know?
are rolling
I guess I
back
always
in
had
his
a natural
head.
talent, and it was ready to blossom. I didn't think any of you folks would be interested. That's why I didn't say much about it before. Maybe I should have. Now I wish I had.
Well, I think you are just a big stinker, and to show you how upset I really am with you, I'm gonna have to give you a big kiss right here.
Oh!
Well, that was unexpected. You know that I'm just Pancata, right? The same old me, you know?
Don't be modest, you silly bear. I think you are.
Don't be modest.
One amazing hunk of panda, you know that?
I guess I'm pretty amazing, and it was really nice running into you. Well, I gotta get to work. I'll see you later, honey.
You sure will, little cuddle bear. Ow. Bye. Woo woo. Oh.
No. No, 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 no. Who's that girl?
Hey, Pancata, get over here, will you?
Who sits on a chair like that?
So, did you hear about last night?
Oh, sure. Everyone's been really nice about it.
Are you nuts? You loco in the head? You're acting like you're the guy who beat Teddy.
But it was me.
That's what everyone thinks. But I know and you know that it was me. Even though everyone thinks it was you, which is funny because it wasn't you, it was me.
What's this? Are you trying to take credit for Pancata's big night? Bad, Mr. Polaris.
Yeah, well. What I meant was, I trained Pancata. It's the truth. He learned everything from me.
Oh, I understand. It's amazing. Just truly amazing. You're both an inspiration.
But boss, you and I both know you didn't train me. I was trained by someone named Master Jin.
Pancata, are you losing your marbles? What are you giving me? Who is this Jin guy?
Master Jin. See, boss, he's like my modern dance instructor.
Dance instructor?
Yeah, and my audition piece was awesome. I mean, isn't that what everyone's talking about?
You mean you thought I was really talking about I thought I was going crazy. Sorry, kid. Ain't that a kick in the head? You see, kid, I guess I really didn't know what you were talking about. Pancata, I misunderstood. I thought you were talking about the fight.
Oh, how could I forget? I was so freaked out about my dance audition that it didn't even cross my mind. How'd it go, boss? Did you win the fight?
Not exactly. You won, kid. I mean, I won. You see, that costume you wore shrunk so bad, I didn't look like a polar bear. I looked like a panda.
And let me guess, everybody thought it was me up there, right?
You nailed it on the head, kid.
And here I thought they were all excited about my dancing.
Why would anyone be excited about something you kept a secret, you idiot?
Hey, kid, I'm afraid not.
So I guess we gotta tell Honey it was you that fought and not me.
No can do. Everybody thinks you clobbered Teddy Thunders. They think you're the champ.
Dude.
We got no time for sulking, son.
Stop rolling your eyes back in your head. It's creepy and disgusting.
What we gotta do is plan our next move. We gotta get ready for the next big fight, see?
But boss, what's that got to do with me?
Well, since Thunders wants a rematch, I gotta be you again, and you gotta help me.
No! I had nothing to do with that fight, boss. That was you in that ring, not me. And I'm not about to let everyone think it was me when I know and you know it was you.
Shh, keep it down. If anyone finds out, I'll lose the club. Oh.
Are you guys talking about something stupid or what?
No, I mean, as a matter of fact, we were just...
Okay. I know we already marked overly dramatic, or I know we marked hilarious line delivery already, but holy crap, is that hilarious. Are you guys talking about something stupid or what? That is hilarious, dude. That's hilarious. Okay, I am going to mark super stupid henchman just because every character in this movie is stupid. So this should say super stupid everyone. Everyone is dumb in this movie. So go ahead and mark super stupid henchman. Holy crap.
Making plans for the next big fight, right, champ?
Oh yeah, that's right. Absolutely there, coach. You bet.
Hey, what are you hurt?
Just getting old, that's all. Okay, here's the deal, Pancata.
He does not
I do
care.
The fighting, and you get all the glory.
Boss, I gotta be honest, this idea is way bad.
Oh, come on, Pancata. Think about all the perks you'll get.
Well, it is nice. I mean, getting adoring fans is what it's all about, you know?
I sense your mind is not on rehearsal. Perhaps your mind is heavy with things other than dance.
No, I'm fully committed, Master. Got my mind exactly where it should be.
Sorry, I think you're lying. I think you're distracted. You know, I wasn't born yesterday.
Sorry, I think you're lying.
You could say I had a pretty stressful day today.
Seriously, if anyone ever says to me, I think your thoughts are somewhere other than dance, I will be deeply offended.
A wild guess, but does the stress come directly from that lady friend you spoke to me about a while ago?
No. Maybe a little. Well, she's part of it anyway. I guess the good news is that she finally noticed me.
I'm happy to hear you followed the tips I gave you regarding love. But I must admit my
No.
surprise. I didn't really think it would work at all.
Well, it's
I
not
thought
because
you
of
were
that.
just there to teach
To tell
him
you the truth,
dance.
the real reason the girl likes me is because she thinks I'm some sort of boxing champion. I didn't try to trick her at all, but she thinks I'm a champ.
But you really are a champion. You just happen to be a champion of the dance. I saw it only yesterday.
But she's digging the boxing champion, you know, like a fighter dude. I'm afraid it's a long
Like a
story.
fighter dude.
It's all a big mix-up at the place where I work. They think I'm someone I'm not, and now I'm stuck being that someone, whether I like it or not.
I think I understand. Now the nice lady likes you because she thinks you're a big champion boxer.
What was that noise?
Yeah, and I don't know what to do.
Pancata, you need to tell the truth to the lady. The truth will set you free every time. Take it from me.
But you don't understand.
Why?
If I tell the truth, Mr. Polaris will get into trouble. And I have to admit, I really do like it when all these folks make a fuss over me.
Then perhaps, Pancata, you must honor the fuss your friends are making over you. If you discover that you like when your friends call you this big boxer fighter man, then you must become this big boxer fighter to honor them.
Okay, but also, why is the owner just okay with saying that it was him? Is he the only panda in the world? Why don't you just say it's another panda? Like, why does it have to be the janitor who just wants to dance? He just wants to dance. Dude, I deeply identify with that.
Are you crazy? Fighter me? No way, no way. I don't believe in violence, remember?
You must fight or tell the truth to all.
I can't. I...
That's enough talk. Perhaps we'll find the true answer through meditation.
Oh my goodness.
Huh? Huh? Pancata's front page news!
Why? There were 6 people there watching him.
You wanted to see me, Mr. Polaris?
Yeah, come on in.
Wow, come on in very
Thunder's itching
slowly.
for a rematch with you, kid.
But you mean already?
I think he wants to wear that belt again before the fur grows back.
But we don't want to rush into anything, do we, boss?
The iron is hot now, kid. We got the public smack dab where we want them. We can't lose them now,
I'll be right
can
back.
We gotta give them what they want and fast. Now, if we're gonna pull this off, we gotta knuckle down and brainstorm.
Mr. Polaris, as you know, I'm not much of a fighter,
You
but...
really got nothing to worry about, kid. I'll be one in the ring, see?
Well, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You see, I want to be the one to fight Teddy Thunders.
What? Have you lost your mind, son? That's the craziest thing I ever heard.
But I figured out I do like how it feels to be treated like a champ, Mr. Polaris. So that's why I want to be a real champ, you know what I mean? It's a matter of personal pride, you see?
Kankata, you're not a fighter. You're a dancer. Leave the fighting to me. All I want you to do now is sign this challenge card.
I'll sign it. But I'm telling you, I'm the one who fights.
Haven't you been listening? I'm not letting you near that ring. You got that? I fought Thunders the last time. I'm not going to fight him this time, and I don't want to hear any more from you.
Mr. Polaris, I am prepared to blow the whistle to everybody, including the papers. Unless you unconditionally allow me to go into the ring against Teddy Thunders. One way, fairly and squarely.
Pancata, you don't know what you're getting yourself into.
It's too late. I've made up my mind. It's time for me to fight.
It has been announced that former national heavyweight champ Frank Teddy and current champion Pancata will take to the ring once again for an exciting rematch.
He's not even
Pancata stated
remotely
recently that he is very
like he's not even remotely a similar size to the guy that fought him last time. How would that fighter think that it was Pancata? It doesn't even make sense.
confident, while his challenger gritted his considerable fangs and called Pancata's success beginner's luck.
I gotta say, for some reason, that Pancata looked much taller in the ring.
Yeah, for some reason.
Hey, Mr. Grizzlepuss. Looking forward to the big fight next week?
I'm sure that Pancata's gonna draw in those crowds like a magnet. The guy's got major charisma.
You said it. I always thought he was something special.
All right, Pancata, listen up. The first lesson you're gonna learn today is how to defend yourself.
Great. I'm ready.
What are you doing, Pancata? You can't close your eyes. You gotta keep them open, see? So you know where your opponent is at all times.
I never thought of that.
Oh, this is gonna be a really long day.
All right, training montage. Let's go. Oh my God. Who animated this? Who animated that and said, "I'm going to turn this in. This is good. This is I can't do any better. I cannot do any better." You can't? You can't do any better than this? Really? Wow. Wow. Rocky 4. More like Rocky 5. And that washing machine is still going, dude. What is he doing? Oh my goodness. Put your fists up. Come on. Oh, he didn't even do it. He didn't even do the Rocky
made me proud,
pose.
Pancata. You have become a champion fighter. I believe that whether you come out a winner or take a horrible bloody beating.
Maybe I
A
shouldn't
horrible
try to be a
bloody
fighter
beating.
after all. I'm a fool. What was I thinking? There's no way I can beat Teddy Thunders. Oh.
Think of what you are doing as an exercise in Zen philosophy. Simply breathe, content to be.
Maybe that Thunders guy would agree to a dance-off or something instead of a dumb old violent boxing match. I mean, I guess it couldn't hurt to ask. I don't look good with bruises. My face will even puff up if I wash it too hard.
Pancata, the time for fear is past. You must face your destiny.
Yeah. You're right, Master Jin.
Remember, if you fight like you dance, you can never go wrong.
The number of times that I have said that to myself as like a life mantra. Never. I've never said it. But I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start. By the way, I think this is a good time to say overly dramatic acting. If you've got overly dramatic acting, go ahead and mark it and let me know if you got a bingo. Let's keep it rolling.
Dance. I feel better already. I'm so dead meat.
I'm so dead meat.
In this corner, weighing in at 800 pounds, formerly undefeated in 45 fights, he was the national heavyweight champion, and now tonight's challenger, the one and only Fabulous Freak Teddy! And
Literally no one is in there.
Bringing an undisputed national heavyweight champ himself, weighing in at, hey kid, you're not on one of those shake diets, are ya?
He'll be shaking tonight.
That was the longest evil laugh ever.
As I was saying, the exciting new national heavyweight champion who needs no mask and no introduction, Panda!
Honey, I knew the turnout would be good for this fight, but you should see how many bets I took.
I've never seen so many customers here. I've already made a week's worth of tips.
I've said it.
They were both talking at the same time. So I have no idea what the Meowth guy said. But what do you mean there's so many customers? No one else is there except for those two.
Before, and I'll say it again. Pancata the fighter's a gold mine.
Test your might.
Remember what I told
Fatality.
you, kid? Duck and weave, duck and weave.
I feel like having my protein bar. I wasn't even this nervous at my audition for the Dance Academy.
Ixnay on the nerves, kid. You know what to do. Now get out there and do it.
Okay. You guys know that I like to give credit where credit is due in these types of movies. There are, if you look in the windows, if windows are in the background of a scene, you can actually see a mirrored version of the characters from behind in the window. That's pretty cool. I think that's very respectable. I know that's the bare minimum, bottom of the barrel baseline, freaking alliteration king over here. But, you know, take a win where you can get it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't seem possible, but could Pancata be KO'd in the first round? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Pancata, what do you think you're doing? Is this a frolic in the woods or a fight?
Sorry. I think Teddy Thunder's damaged my cornea.
Listen, kid. You get in that ring or I'll damage the rest of you. You hear me?
Thanks, boss.
Pipsqueak, Panda. You hadn't made me angry. You shouldn't have done that.
Oh, crap.
Time out! Somebody get him off of me!
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm as surprised as you are. Where's the passion? Where's the panache? Where's the Pancata we know and love?
Come on, Pancata.
Where's the passion? Where's the panache? Where's the ganache?
Can't say I didn't see this
I could go for some
coming.
chocolate
Always
right
knew
now.
That kid was a loser. Yep.
No. Remember, if you fight like you dance, you can never go wrong.
Hold on, folks. Something's happening. It looks like Pancata's had a burst of energy. Perhaps this was his strategy all along.
Oh, so that's it? Playing games, huh? Well, I'll show you two can play that game, but only one can win, Panda Punk.
One, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Folks, looks like Pancada's been knocked out cold by Freak Teddy, and Teddy has regained his title. Pancada's championship looks to be the shortest on record, with only one victory. The pudgy Panda still appears to be out cold. Teddy is reveling in his opponent's defeat, while the disappointed crowd gets ready to go home much earlier than expected.
He loses? He loses the fight. This movie sucks.
Mr. Polaris, may I talk to you, sir?
What's on your mind, Pancada?
Wow, dude.
Well, sir, I was wondering if I could talk to you about the fight last night.
I'd say it wasn't exactly a night to remember, was it, champ?
That's just it. I wanted to apologize to you. It was all my fault. I'm the one who insisted on fighting. I made a mess of everything, and I let everybody down. How can you ever forgive me?
Buck up, Pancada. That's all in the past. And believe it or not, things are looking brighter and brighter by the minute around here.
Brighter, boss?
Brighter, boss?
Deceive me? I may actually have lost all of my marbles, but something smells fishy around here.
Remember when you were in training and I kept saying, I knew you could beat that overgrown furball?
Sure, I remember. And then I went and fumbled everything all up.
Well, I was lying.
True.
I knew there was no way a tubby little panda could beat a monster like that. I only said those things to motivate you, that's all.
But then this tubby little panda went and let everybody down. I can't live with this constant torture any longer.
Oh, jeez.
Why?
It's
But you just don't understand,
It's okay,
kid.
Chief.
Everybody out there thought you were going to flatten Teddy Thunders for sure.
I know. I was a big tubby disappointment.
Of course, knowing Teddy Thunders, I knew that would be impossible. So that's why I placed all my bets on Teddy.
So that means you're
rich! In fact, I'm about the richest man in the whole city. All because I placed my bets on that big dumb blockhead. If that mohawked moron hadn't clobbered you, I wouldn't be rolling in dough today.
Oh, Mr. Polaris, you must have won a truckload of money. Even I placed a bet on myself.
Listen, kid, there's gonna...
Okay, but isn't that like a form of insider trading? Like, he knew he was gonna win. It's some kind of illegal something. I don't know. Ask Bricks and Minifigs; they would know.
Be lots of changes around here.
Oh, I think I finally figured it all out. I'm on to you now, you double-crosser. You broke the agreement, Polaris, and now you have to pay the price. Yeah. Turn around and face me, you counterfeit panda.
Now, Grizzlepuss, let's just settle down.
You listen here, Polaris. You can't fool me. That's the same cheap costume you wore when you broke the contract and entered the ring. And I'm not the only one who knows about your fraud.
Oh, hey! What are you, crazy? Stop it! That hurts!
Okay, so you're not wearing a costume. You're Pancada. Where's Polaris?
I'm afraid you missed him. He didn't want any long goodbyes. He was afraid he might get too emotional.
What's that? What do you mean long goodbyes? Where is he? We got business to settle here.
Of course. Don't get so excited, Mr. G. I assure you everything continues to be on the up and up contract-wise.
Yeah, well, why can't he tell me himself, huh?
Mr. Polaris has decided to retire on all the money he won by placing his bets on Teddy Thunders.
You didn't play fair and square. He knew you weren't gonna win because he knew you weren't him. You crooks, you dirty swindlers.
Hey, hold on now. Let's not be small about it, Grizzlepuss. I didn't
small.
play to lose. I
it was
played to
unfair.
win. I lost fair and square.
What? That first fight, you weren't Pancata. You were Polaris.
You are correct, but everyone thought it was me. So, I thought it only proper to fight Teddy Thunders in the rematch myself. See?
But where is Polaris? He can't do this to me. We have a legally binding contract, him and I.
I'm sure you'll find everything in order, Mr. Grizzlepuss. I promise. New contracts have been drawn up. The boss already signed over his half.
I like that just mid-conversation, he just, like, lays his head on the desk for a second. Maybe he got tired. He just needed a nap.
Get it. Where the heck is Polaris anyway?
I think he said something about a long vacation at Bear Springs Resort or somewhere colder.
But who's looking after the joint?
You happen to be looking at him.
But you aren't a boxer. What do you know about the fight game?
Enough to know that I don't care a lick for it. But that's all right. I've got other plans for the establishment.
What? Okay. That's true. Sometimes you just need a rest. Okay, so now the restaurant is full of the same 3 character models.
Show me your ticket, please, madame. Table 17. Yo, 17.
Don't worry, Pancata. Everything's going to be fine.
Yeah. You can say that again.
Oh! Yeah, you're yanking my fur again, ain't ya?
And there it is, my friends. There it is. The Little Panda Fighter. This is something, man. This is something. Now, we didn't have an explosion, unfortunately. I couldn't remember if there was one or not. The flying out the doors doesn't count as an explosion, but it is funny. Talking animals smarter than humans. I don't think we can mark that one just because they were all talking animals. There weren't any humans, so I don't think that's really fair. Delusional creator, though. I think anyone that worked on this movie, we're going to call it. Because anybody that worked on this movie and thought, this is good, we're going to put this out and hopefully make money on it. Maybe they were right. Maybe this movie made some money. I don't know. From 2008 to now, wow. Wow. Well, my friends, I got a bingo. Let me know in the comments if you got a bingo. And if you did, remember, the first person to comment bingo gets pinned in the live chat. We did get a bingo. POV World 63 got the first bingo, so we pinned his comment. And if you are the first person to comment bingo in the regular comments during the VOD, the playback, then you will also get a pinned comment. Man, this was very, very silly, and I love this movie. I think it's so wacky and dumb and goofy, dude. And yeah, it's scary, dude. Some of the smiles that they give to the camera, some of the things that they do, they're scary, dude. They're scary. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about anything that we talked about today. You know what? Let me do it like this. Let me know what you guys think about anything that we talked about today. I read every single comment. If you liked this live stream or video or whatever this ends up being, Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. And I really appreciate everybody that comes here on their Friday or Saturday night, spends a few hours with me. It is such an honor to have such great friends here on this channel. I have to tell you, we are almost at, if we haven't hit it yet during this live stream, 45,000 subscribers, and we are quickly approaching 50. My goal still by Christmas is to have 100K. I would love to get a silver play button for Christmas. That would be amazing. And not just to help me out or anything like that. It really has nothing to do with that. It's mainly just, I want to bring in as many friends as possible to this stream. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. And yeah, just really, really love and appreciate you guys. You're amazing. And so, like I always say, we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining. We'll see you next time. Peace.